That was all the Sixers. That was the Sixers conference.
Possibly
sided.
UTS Brewer Shield.
Maybe.
And we'll now go across to all the Thunder games that happened this morning. Out at Old Kings Oval, I think Macca and the boys from Alive may have been calling this. I'm not 100% sure. They took on Western Suburbs. Western Suburbs batted first, 6 for 122. In response, Parramatta chased it down with only losing 3 wickets. Out at University Oval, Sydney Uni taking on Hawkesbury. Sydney Uni batting first, 9 for 142. Hawkesbury unfortunately rolled for 122 with Uni win that game by 20 runs. Unfortunately, Carriapidge also out at Asquith Oval has decided not to want to work today. That was the game.
That changes next week. We'll get to that in a minute.
That was the game between our beloved ND Rangers and Penrith. There's no score at all there. Also, there must be some union issues with it as well because
computer died.
Out of Joe McAleer is also the same type of issue. Blacktown Mounties were taking on Fairfield Liverpool. The last score we have here is Blacktown Mounties being 2 for 79 batting first. Don't have a end result, but we'll try and get that to you before we wrap up proceedings tonight. And in the last game out at Bankstown Oval, finally something's gone right for the Bankstown Club this weekend. In the 2-day competitions, they're playing the Manly Club and are being absolutely obliterated in all 5 grades. But they had Campbelltown Camden make the trip out there. Campbelltown Camden batting first were 9 for 139. Bankstown have chased that with only losing 3 wickets and 2 overs in hand, 3 for 140. But that's your Kingsgrove T20 rescheduled games from round 1, as we can now see the Gordon openers about to walk onto the field.
I need to stand up before my back seizes.
Now you know how I feel.
I'm not complaining, though.
It could be not as bad as some cramping that happened a couple of years ago.
Yes,
Shane
we
Evans
remember
always
your cramping,
wins.
mate. We remember
Shane
your
Evans
cramping.
always wins with the cramping in the
We
scale. Now. But as both teams make their way onto the field for this game, we will tell you the batters imminently, but we will say
Heidi Cheadle is definitely opening the batting.
As she should.
And the other batsman, I have no idea.
Well, what help are you?
So it was like a 50% success rate.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's good to know.
I'll take it.
We'll wait for the scoreboard to update it. They do have a great scoreboard here at Chatswood Oval, which we will be telling you the scores off. But as a little prelude, as we wait for everybody to get in position, we will be at Asquith Oval next week. The Rangers taking on Hawkesbury will be a dual call with Hawkesbury FM. Hopefully, we'll have Nick Kutniak joining part of the call team. You would have heard him with us on Splinters before we came on air. And then the next week we'll also be there for the Rangers taking on Parramatta in the Women's Premier Cricket competition. So that's what will be the next 2 weeks. But right now we're right here waiting for the first delivery here at Chatswood Oval. Women's Premier Cricket. Gordon taking on the Universities.
Emily Sidegraves is the other lady that's out in the middle with Heidi Cheadle.
Thank you very much, Shane. So hopefully you're tuning here on 100.1 or on sports.triplehfm.com.au our strive stream, or you could possibly be listening through the Frog Box here.
So many possibilities!
Well, if you're on the Gordon Frog Box and you've not heard us before, welcome. We are the Triple H sports team. We do normally go around calling, but it is great to be here on your
dial
/screen / whatever you may be watching your Frog Box on.
Device. Let's go with that.
We'll go with that. That's a good 2022 reference.
What year is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But we are waiting for everybody to be in position. Who you can tell us who is getting ready to bowl there, Georgia?
Getting ready to bowl is Kaya Martin, shirt number 83.
I said that. Is there like a 2-for-1 number sale when you're getting all your numbers put on?
Hey, 2 for 1? What do you mean?
There's not many one-numbered people.
That's because everybody's so skinny. Everyone is so slim. I honestly don't know. I didn't organise the uniforms that year. This is last year's.
Well, we're getting our swivel, and it is wide outside off stump, and the umpire raises his arms. Gordon are off the mark. None for one. No legal deliveries bowled.
So replay, right?
Well, he's still waiting here. Yeah, I don't know if he wants us to signal as well that we
We're-
got it.
We're not doing it. They are. They've got to click the light.
They've got the lamp there, but we can tell you
The
the
lamp.
audio is coming through clearly.
Great news as the next delivery here.
Pocket rocket.
Gets
Oh.
the pocket rocket into the action. Whether she saw
Ooh.
one ball, whether she saw three, we don't know. We'll ask her later.
Probably should have
But
gone for the underarm. Just saying.
pressure of the big
She almost
stage.
killed she almost killed Heidi.
Well, we'll get them both on the. We'll interview them both later. We'll get their thoughts. But as I said, they do make it through for the quick single. So that is Heidi
All
off the
limbs
mark.
intact.
Everything's intact. Good to know.
Always a good start.
But this will bring Sid Graves onto strike for her facing her first delivery. And this one's down the leg side. Another wide signalled here by the umpire. So just the radar taking a little bit to get under
I
control.
must admit, the umpires are not very lenient down the leg side as they are in third grade or Brewer Shield.
I wonder why.
Basically, even in second grade, as soon as you can smell it down that leg side, it's called.
Well, it's the same with first grade park cricket as this one gets played to the fielder at mid-off, no run.
Only question I have for you, Georgia, obviously being part of the women's thing.
Yep.
We know that the ICC are bringing all these new rules in. Are you guys stuck to that 80-minute time limit as well, where if you're not completed, that you then start having players enforced into the circle?
Honestly, I have no idea because I'm not a captain. I sit out there and
Big
make
shot
jokes.
there over the top. Could we have the first boundary
do.
of the day? We do. 3 bounces over the cones. First boundary there for Sid Graves, and they now move along to none for 7 here in the first over. Gordon taking on Universities.
Yeah, back to your question, Shane. Do they enforce it? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. The umpires are pretty good. They're pretty vocal out there. They let us know if we do have to make changes like that. They're always on the ball with that kind of thing. So I don't think there's been, or at least not that I've seen, anything visible or clear. But yeah, they are pretty open with the captains, which is what you want.
Next delivery here again, nicely on off stump. Can only be played to the pocket rocket there at short cover. I said, there was a couple of wides. I thought it might be over, but no, we've just got to replay those couple of wides. But that's more the line and length that Martin will want to be bowling.
I've just noticed the amount of bucket hats out there on our team.
Well,
2.
you need to do something too.
2. We have Uni's bucket hats, and they're not Uni's hats, guys.
Well, another wide there to the
Aye.
total, as that one is outside the off stump. And, well, you're the president. You then have to decree it to everybody that they need to buy one.
I'm the nice president.
Well,
Sometimes
maybe you could
enforce.
buy some. Maybe you could buy some and hand them out and say, wear the bucket hats.
You get a hat, and you get a hat.
Mate,
Everyone gets
I
a
love
hat.
wearing my floppy hat. Nothing will make me
I like
not
my
field in
100
it.
matches hat.
And this one is on leg stump, turned around the corner, but good fielding there at square leg. Cuts off the single. And we're still going here, first over. None for 7, or none for 8.
Oh, wait, you're tired already, mate. Seriously.
It's a long over.
How do you think the bowler feels?
I know, I bowled the first over yesterday.
Imagine if you're Scott Coyne in the Big Bash.
Oh, that was a long over. Well, this should be the final delivery here. Martin in again, and that one's a full toss on leg stump.
Off the knee.
Yeah, off the knee. That's going to sting a little bit later, but they do pick up the single. So 1 over finally down here at Chatswood Oval. You're listening to Triple H's coverage of Women's Premier Cricket. Well, you're listening to 100.1 FM, sports.triple-h-fm, the Gordon Women's Frog Box. We're everywhere today. It is none for 8.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I was...
How did we win an award?
You're telling me? Sheesh.
Sorry, no, I was just getting myself prepared because obviously we are supposed to be having a couple of special guest commentators coming through from George's club.
You're
so
welcome.
I was actually getting prepared to take the roving mic and go on the sideline and
I
give a
gotta
little bit of
track down
commentary
the
from there.
People
So,
I organise. When do they even go?
Well, we will switch Shane out shortly. But we had Srindravat, I think you said, was coming in. Srinivas coming in from the northern or Chatswood end. First ball there, played out on the leg side to short mid-wicket, no run.
Very unorthodox bowler. She bowls off her back foot.
Oh, the old Froggy Thompson type.
I must
Weird.
I must admit, a few coaches are trying to train it out of her. It hasn't worked. I think it's the most entertaining bowling in the world.
It works.
It does. It is so effective.
Well, I said it puts you off because it said the ball comes around and you can tell there with the batter there
No
put off a
front
bit
foot.
off. Well, we've got our first free hit of the innings. We'll see where this one disappears to, but they said it
I'm
does
calling
put the
dot ball.
it does put the batter off because it said you're used to the ball coming through at a certain place in the bowler's action, and when you come off that back foot, it just your brain can't cope. It's not what it's used to seeing. Well, it's not what it's used to seeing.
It's
is
not.
It?
It's not. It really isn't.
Oh, free kit. Oh,
Nope.
mind games. Pulls out of that one.
No, just too many strides, too many juggles of, and too many dancing moves trying to come in. Little sidestep shuffles.
Was she out with Zoe last night?
Oh, hold on. The coach doesn't know about that.
Oh, they were all at home. As the next one, that one's down the leg side. Will they call wide? Yes, they will.
Of course they will.
So that is another free hit here.
It must admit, this is the one thing that I find different with the women's cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, like, if we're here calling Kingsgrove T20, and you obviously have the Poydam and Grey, the age competition before or after, it's normally the same umpire. But for the three different...
today it has swapped.
the three different games, we've had 3 different sets of umpires.
Actually, no, one of them has consistently been out there, I think.
Well, we've still got the free hit here. It's short. It's been hoiked away. Big chase coming up for the fielder at mid-on, but
Save
no.
Oh,
Save
shame.
legs. Goes all the way to the fence there. 4 runs. Nice shot.
That was a good shot. I mean, credit where it's due. And we say that out in the field as well. Yes, it's painful to say it was a good shot, but it is. It's a good shot, and you tell them. And actually, you kill them with kindness. Because they
Kill
don't
them with kindness.
they don't expect it, and they're like, wait, what did you say about my shot? Like, oh, damn, okay, well, thanks, I think.
Well, we'll see where this one is. It's now coming right over the wicket. That's a full toss. That's been hoiked over the infield, but there is a sweeper out there at deep mid-wicket. Cuts off 2. And now they do move along to 15 here in the second over, Gordon Women's.
Well, we obviously all know Heidi Cheadle being one of the friends here at Triple H Sports, all of
Whether
that.
she likes it or not.
Mate,
Wow, that was wow.
Anthony is not here, but to us, she's a friend and all of
Yes.
that. But we've seen her score many a run here at Chatswood Oval, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she does it again. She looks in that type of mood.
We're in the firing line here at deep mid-wicket as this one is outside off stump. It's pummeled away over the offside.
Here comes Erica.
But good fielding there. Does cut off the second run. And Cheadle moves along to 2.
I hate to be a boundary rider. It's not fun.
No.
It really isn't. Because you overthink everything, or at least I do. I'm like, do I have enough time? I should probably sprint. Oh, could I jog it? No, I need a sprint. It's like, oh. I'll just stand in close. Actually, I'll stand wherever Izzy tells me to.
Always good to stay on the right side of the captain as comes in again here. And little bit of
pocket
a
rocket.
Almost a harbour bridge.
No, well,
You should have said what she did last week. It was so funny. Good old David Phillips was a little bit soggy. So she got up to throw. Her spikes were full of mud. She fell over again.
Well, we'll try and pull that one out of the archives somewhere for the Christmas party as comes in again to the left-hander and tries to flick it down the leg side. I think we'll see another wide. Yes, we do.
Shane, you're not out there. Stop signalling.
Did you know he was an umpire?
No, really?
Oh, do you have to pull?
I did that this morning at like 9 a.m.
She pulled this trick at like 9:05 this morning.
What better time is there?
Now or never. Duh.
Coming in, this hopefully will be the final ball of the over. This one's is pongoed over the onside. Save your legs for that one. It makes the picket fence here again at Chatswood Oval. Sigre's on fire here. She's rocketing along to 14. Cheadle's out there as well on 2. None for
Takes
21. Well, one might be going better than the other, but it's all right. It's a long game.
Talking from experience there.
Ours are even longer. As Gordon now, none for 21. 2 overs down here at Chatswood Oval.
But once again, we do have to obviously thank our friends here at Gordon for allowing us the opportunity, firstly, to be able to...
Thank you for letting us hook up to your frog box.
Yeah,
Apologies if you were tuning in just thinking you were going to get a nice quiet afternoon of cricket coverage.
Stuck with us, sorry.
You're stuck with us, unfortunately.
But also, a huge thank you to Ben and to all of his volunteers that have allowed us the opportunity to call from just here near the scorers, and Froggy's sitting literally a couple of feet from me. So
here we go. As Martin continues here for the third over, and Cheadle just gets onto the front foot, but can only pick out mid-off, no run.
But no, if you do want to hear the game, obviously.
Please still stay tuned because we need the listening.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, but look up the vision. Yes.
Yeah, the vision.
Feel free to mute the vision if you want and listen to us on the radio.
On the online stream where we get the counts. As this one's pushed into the onside, just next to the umpire. They scramble around, but Cheadle picks up the single. She moves along to 3, none for 24 here in the third over.
Sorry, I got distracted by a few kids running, and wow, that was fast running.
You can't let yourself get distracted when you're in the commentary box.
Well, it's kind of hard when they're right in front of us.
Focus
when the kids going straight past you.
Focus on the game.
I don't focus.
Yes, we've established that before. But so the hush comes across the ground now as Martin comes now into Sid Greaves, and this one's on outside off stump, pushed in nicely to the fielder there at point, no run.
We can also tell you in the other, we do have a no ball here for actually, I thought it was a front foot, but no, it's actually people not inside the circle. Obviously, being still in the power play, you're only allowed to have 2 outside at the moment, and they got pinged for having 3. So obviously, someone isn't communicating correctly. Oops. So this will be a free hit here too.
That's a bit Orkies.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad. Yellow bucket hat.
Oh.
Nah, she wore it last week. I was like, yeah, fine, go for it.
Well, coming in for the free hit, comes down the wicket, only gets the inside edge on the pad. The bowler will field it in her follow through, but they pick up another single to the total.
It's actually not a bad result for the university's women to only be conceding 1 on that free hit. But heading over to Drummoyne for one of the other women's Premier Cricket first grade games, Sydney taking on Bankstown. Sydney won the toss and decided to bat. They are currently none for 10 in that game, but we will go through the other games coming up shortly.
As the 3:43 to Wynyard comes past here at Chatswood Oval, Martin now comes in. This is high off the bat of Cheadle.
Yeah, Zoe still jumped.
Well, I think getting it high off the bat meant she got it over the pocket rocket, but nobody behind her. I think it would have gone over most fielders. It's not a knock on her.
Jumped. I love that. I love the dedication of my unis fielders. They jump anyway, even if they're not going to get it.
Out at Graham's Reserve, you've got Manly taking on St George Sutherland. They started earlier. St George Sutherland finished at 2 for 105.
Martin comes in to Cheadle. Was there a call there as it went past? No, but it was outside off stump. Cheadle does try and cut it away, but does miss the bat. Goes to the keeper, no run.
And in reply, because they started slightly earlier, the Manly women are none for 15. Out at Howell Oval, Penrith are taking on our beloved Northern Districts Ranger ladies, but we'll give you a score shortly.
Then Martin now in again to Cheadle. This one's down the leg side. I think, will we see another wide?
Nope.
No, must have clipped something on the way through. I will give you a score in the Women's Big Bash down in Eastern Oval at Ballarat. The Sixers, none for 84 in the 11th as we finish the third over here at Chatswood Oval. They're also rocking on the same run rate as the Sixers, none for 29 off 3.
Yeah, so Penrith batting first in an early start. Penrith finished their 20 overs, 7 for 91. In reply, the Lady Rangers are currently none for 7. Technical issues out at Raby Sports Complex, which was Campbelltown, Camden and Parramatta. We'll try and get that score for you later on today, but we can see Srinivas is coming back on to bowl another over.
Yeah, starting the fourth over here from the northern or Chatswood end of Chatswood Oval as this one's played high again, beats the fielder inside the circle at mid-on, and this one will run all the way down to the pickets for 4. Nice shot, nice field placement, and not too much risk with that shot.
This is normally where we see Heidi Cheadle doing all this swinging and connecting, but
Did they swap roles?
yeah, I was going to say, but she is just sitting back and enjoying the show from the non-strikers, and Hargraves has got that Dave Warner mentality at the moment by the looks of it. See ball, hit ball, and hit it hard and hit it long.
Well, Sidgrave still on strike. Right arm round the wicket. This one takes the pad. Maybe a stifled appeal.
Half-hearted.
Very, I don't even think half, maybe third, quarter.
16th, 32nd.
Oh, come on, we need to see the back of it.
Please give it out.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, no dice. Stays in, but important dot ball for the unis. As coming in third delivery here, right arm around the wicket. This one again's high over the top of Yellow Bucket Hat and goes for the boundary.
All right, we
for
should
four.
probably say that is Sarah Bryan, and we're not going to call her that from now on because it's getting weird.
You're the one who started
Hey,
it.
so I'm allowed to say it to my players.
Okay, all right. Well, as I said, it was a another good shot there, just over the head of the fielder. Another 4 to the total here for Gordon. Really rocketing along here, keeping up with that 10 runs and over run rate. He's in again from this northern end. This one's on off stump, but pushed away well and truly just outside
Nice,
the
Erica.
arc of the fielder. Does well to get a hand on it. Probably stops the second, but they still pick up another one to the total.
And so
Yeah, I was going to say good fielding there by your club captain in Erica James.
Yeah.
After also having half a game in the seconds earlier this morning and that
Mhm.
break as well. She's one of the real motivators for this team from what I can see.
So Cheadle now back on strike. She cuts this one away hard through the infield, but the sweeper out there doing the job, cutting it down to just another single as they now move along to none for 38 here in the fourth.
Can we put a Fitbit on Erica and see how many steps she's doing? Honestly,
I think she would break the Fitbit, to be honest. Erica just has so much energy. I don't know how. It might
We
be.
need her secrets.
Oh.
Well, as this one again comes high, full toss over the top of Zoe Benjamin at mid-wicket, and they try to slide to save that boundary, but again, rockets along this fast Chatswood Oval outfield. Another 4 to the total. Sidgrave's on fire, now up to 27, none for 43 here in the fourth.
I think it's the bucket hat because they're not very aerodynamic, are they?
Oh.
Mm.
But what's more aerodynamic, the bucket hat or the floppy, the big wide brim
Neither.
hat? Neither, okay. Well, then do you have to wear your cap backwards to be more aerodynamic? As we're getting a ball,
just a
ball
double
count.
Awkward.
check, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward there.
We had that in the first game as well. We sit there and we're like, what are we waiting for? And the umpire's arms are still out. It's like, ew.
Scorers, yeah. But that is the end of 4 overs here at Chatswood Oval. You're listening to Triple H's coverage of the New South Wales Women's Premier Cricket. Gordon batting first here. None for 43 off 4. Sidgrave is on 27. Cheadle on 7. Team, a big rocketing start here from the Gordon women's side.
Definitely is here, and we can now see a bowling change coming on from the Sydney end of Chatswood Oval is young Frankie Nicklin.
Coming off the short run here, Georgia, any insights you can...
Spin bowler.
Spin ball. that always is helpful. Hence the shorter run up.
No,
Although when I played, I started as pace and then swapped to spin in the middle of my over.
We'll just call you Funky from now on. As
Do it.
No, not after that. As first delivery here to Cheadle. She pushes this one out on the onside. Beats the fielder inside the circle. They're running hard for 2. They're going to have to be quick to get back for the second. Georgia almost had the finger up here in the commentary position, but I think the umpire is right there, just getting back. But good pressure by the
Georgia
field.
knows best.
Georgia
No,
knows
best. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I
we
most
do have
certainly
an
do not.
umpire here, if you didn't know. What's your professional opinion?
I'm not going to respond to that. I'm sitting right next to him.
Well, this next one's outside off stump. Cheadle plays it through to the offside. Good piece of running, sees them home through for another single.
Well, actually, Frankie and also our wicketkeeper, Kiara, they're doing their HSC at the moment as well. Kiara finished on Friday, and Frankie's last exam is this coming Wednesday. So best of luck to Frankie, and congratulations to Kiara. HSC you later, mate. Been there,
It's
done
a wonderful time.
that. I know, it is.
I won't tell you how long ago I finished mine.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. I don't think I was doing my HSC yesterday, but
Well, just go with it.
Let's go with the flow. Yes, that was
Hamstring cramp. That's his HSC.
No, the hammy's all right. It's everything else that hurts. As
The one muscle, that's okay.
now coming right on round the wicket to the left-hander. This one's on the leg side, but good field placement there. The fielder at backward square, picking that one up inside the circle.
Have to admit, had the opportunity to umpire Frankie Nicklin about 4 or 5 years ago when she was playing in the
He's
age
said this story
championships
at least 3 times today, just
out
heads
at,
up.
out at the youth championships, and she was a superstar then, and she's still a
Still is.
superstar.
So now he comes again. Comes down the wicket. Is it out? Looking for the umpire's finger.
What was it missing? His finger.
That was what it was missing. Yes, she did come down the wicket, did Seagrave. I don't know what she had back behind the line, but
Her bat, I think, just.
well, if we had the replay of the frog box, maybe we can get that later. But as I said, it was a good piece of effort to get home.
But this is one of the things that I'm noticing with lots of the younger female bowlers, whether it's here at Premier Cricket but also in the Women's Big Bash, wearing the hats. We obviously have seen a few of the younger Sydney Thunder ladies.
Oh, as they bowl, yeah.
Yeah, when they're bowling. And Frankie's always worn it from all the time I've known her.
Well, this one's down the leg side. We'll see if she got a bit of pad on that one, but it has gotten
No.
fine. They'll look for 2, and I think they'll get back pretty easily. They do. Another 2 to the total. It is leg buys.
I must admit, as COVID hit, when obviously the umpires couldn't hold the hats, a lot more players just wore them or would tuck them into their own pants. I do that now because I just can't bother to go find someone to hold my hat and then have to go find them again. It's like, oh, it's the whole thing.
So next one here to Redgrave. Just defended back down the wicket, no run. But you see, I said, you see everyone with the caps. They wear the caps. They have the special ponytail type slot in it. But she's wearing the bucket hat when bowling, so that is a bit respect.
It's Frankie. She's always worn a bucket hat. She loves a bucket hat. And
Well,
that's why we actually got Uni's bucket hats made, because she and also our second grade coach, Jared, they rock the bucket hats.
Well, they love the bucket hats. We might have to try and get some Triple H bucket hats, but that is
Anthony Caruso,
5
that's one job for you.
Well, we'll see if IC
Just one job.
We'll just see if IC make bucket hats, but
They do.
that is
They
5.
do.
That
Hence
is
why we have them.
well. There you go. We're sponsored as well, but if I can say the end of the over, and it is none for 48. We'll get that out eventually. As again, third over on the trot here from the northern end as Cheadle just plays that one into the offside, no run.
You have to admit, watching that bowling motion, it does
It's
it does tend to throw
trippy.
you off until you've seen it a few times in a row. It can be a real off-putting.
Facing it in the net is just as terrifying. Just saying.
And off the wrong foot again, but Cheadle finds that one easy enough. It was up in the slot, goes down the ground, but they've now worked out their field. They've got the 2 fielders out at long on and long off, so
Yep,
it's just
Sarah
the single
Bryan.
total.
Sarah Bryan fielding the ball with the backup of Shay Hartwell as well
I thought
coming
you were going to
across.
say the backup bucket hat for them.
Who needs a backup when you're wearing one?
Well, you need 2 in case you lose the first one, or a teammate's got some sticky fingers or something.
Sorry.
Comes in again from the northern end, and this one's right up in the block hole.
Respected.
Good bowling. Well, hasn't anybody here lent a cap or whatever to a
No.
teammate that left theirs at home? Or is this just a park cricket thing where
It's
then
just a park
they
cricket thing.
they steal it and you never see it again?
I was going to say, my team come prepared. I don't know about you.
Park
Pete.
cricket, nobody's prepared. Don't bring a drink. Don't bring sunscreen. Don't bring your cricket
Oi,
kit.
oi, oi.
As this one's now on off stump, hits the pad again.
Down low.
Rifled appeal, but another dot ball. Just picking up these dots nicely, Georgia.
Yeah, loving a bit of a ellipsis, if I'm going to quote one of the players out there, that's for sure. And obviously, Dasha has gotten back on track. The radar's working once again. And ... It's adding that little bit of pressure. And you can see it that Seagraves is trying to go long.
Well said. What's this one? Yeah, tries to go up again. Just beats Benjamin inside the circle. But they'll pick up another single here. No, they'll look for 2. I think the ball was already in the
Or
air
not.
as they were
Or not.
turning. I think that might have been a wise decision to go back.
Ooh, that could have ended very badly for some.
We'll go somewhere different for some cricket. Head down to the Gabba for the
That's up to the
ICC
Gabba.
World T20. Bangladesh taking on Zimbabwe.
Brisbane South now.
Okay.
Bangladesh 7 for 150. In reply, Zimbabwe are 1 for 4 after 1 over.
So this one again pitched up to Cheadle. Will drive. The bowler can't get down in her follow through, and they'll pick up another 1 to the total. 50 up here for Gordon in the 6th. Well, that's the end of the 6th over. None for 51.
We know what over it is. We totally know.
It's been the 6th over the whole time, but they started at the other end. I'm confused.
I thought
What's
you were
new?
using your phone.
But also with
No,
the
I did
in
have it
the
up.
in the women's Big Bash game that Measy mentioned before, down at Ballarat, Sydney Sixers women taking on the Renegades.
I'm just glad it says it's not raining there.
13.1 overs played. Sydney Sixers women are none for 110.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been 1 ball and they've hit another 6. It's 116.
Woo!
Susie,
They're on
Love me
fire.
some sixes.
Susie Bates is 56. Alyssa Healy is 58.
Best purchase for the club.
Very
I
much.
must
Well,
say.
they said, and then they're back in Sydney on Wednesday.
Oh.
The
Keen.
Sydney Smash at
I'm
North
thinking of
Sydney
going to
Oval.
the game
I'm-
after training. I might.
Can we,
think I might just.
can we somehow call it?
Hey,
I don't know.
That-
I
that'd
don't
be
know
nice if we could.
Well, if
I
they're
don't
listening
have
to-
jurisdiction over that.
It'd be
Well,
nice if we
if
could,
they've
though.
listened to today's call, they'll probably say no.
They'll be like, "How'd you win that award?"
Pretty much. As we see the bowler continuing here from the southern or city end of Chatswood Oval, Cheadle on strike. This one a little bit short of a length, but just punch back to the bowler, no run.
And now also being outside the power play, the restrictions have been released, so they can now bring 4 outside the 30-yard circle at the moment.
Oh, it's chilly down here now as well.
Well, we'll find your jumper as this one's outside or some tries to run it down to the vacant third man part of the ground. Again, though, some slick glove work, but I think that foot stayed down just long enough.
That's the only issue that we've seen with Heidi Cheadle. She tends to be prone to being stumped when she looks to push forward onto the actual to punch the ball down the ground, where her back foot does slide and can be given out. I remember in the game we did here last year with her, same situation.
Didn't it
She
like
was- she was
pour
given-
with
she
rain
was
that
given
game as
stump.
well?
About 5 or rained about an hour or so before, and it was reduced match game. But yeah, but she was stumped about 3 or 4 overs in.
Coming in right arm over the wicket, and just a little bit of a quicker one there. Almost got
She
the
looks
outside edge.
stumped. She's like, "How did I miss that?"
Yeah, I thought I was going to get the edge.
Heidi looks to be really struggling today just to get anything out of the middle.
You do feel, though, she's only 1 hit away, so the next one outside off stump is missed as
Was
well.
not hit.
I didn't say it was that ball that needed to get her out, but you always feel with Heidi that if it said she just gets that one out of the middle, that will get her innings going, but it certainly wasn't that one.
Well, it feels like she's starting to panic now more than anything.
So next one is outside off stump. That is a good shot, though, even if it is just a push. It was out of the middle of the bat. She'll get back down to the non-striker's end. Moves to 13, none for 52 here.
I think she's going into the like Aaron Finch type role at the moment, where she'll just anchor the innings and obviously allow for Hargraves just to absolutely go mental and just hit the ball, because she is seeing it like a balloon at the moment. So
Well, she was. It's not as fast going as it was before.
Coming in right arm around the wicket. Nice delivery. Can only be pushed to the fielder at square leg. No run. Much better over here for the Unis, as that is now the end of 7 overs here at Chatswood. None for 52. Seagrave is on 28 with Cheadle on 13.
we can also we'll go back to the Gabba for the ICC World T20 game between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. Now into the second over, Zimbabwe are 1 for 11, chasing Bangladesh's respectable 7 for 150, and the Sydney Sixers women still haven't lost a wicket. None for 123, coming up to the end of the 14th over, taking on the Melbourne Renegades in Ballarat.
You know, I'm going to make a bold call for the WBPL. Sixers for premiers. Just saying.
Well, I think you're showing a bit of a magenta eye there. It
No,
like
I'm
we've
not.
got a bowling change here with
We
the
do.
skipper.
Skipper Isabel Afaras is coming on to bowl.
Well, she'll start the 8th over here from the northern end. And Cheadle just comes down the wicket. Nice push this one down the ground. They'll look for 2, but cleverly sent back.
And Shay has an arm on her as well. It hurts. Also, her bowling hurts because I caught one in the helmet.
Well, we're
Also
saving for the back end of the innings, are we?
Well, it came off my glove and then it hit me in the helmet, and all I
so
heard
it's
was
your
like
fault.
the shaking of the grill, and I was like, "Whoa, what was that?"
HIA.
I was fine, thank you. I knew it was Wednesday. We trained on a Wednesday.
Now coming right on around the wicket to the left-hander, and that one's just pushed away.
No.
Can we have the ball out
Where
of
is
the pad,
ball?
please?
Oh, the ball is in the pad. There you go. I thought it was pushed away on the leg side, but it actually
Handled
caught
ball?
in the pad.
No? Okay, just checking.
Now.
I'm very keen.
Well, I said it. None for 53. I think they're all keen for a wicket as that one's pushed outside the off stump. Tries to go through the offside, but again, some good bowling here the last couple of overs, beating the bat of both batters here now.
So, fun fact about Kira, she actually played it at Gordon a few seasons ago. She moved across. I'm not sure why. I think it might be study or I don't know. Honestly, not sure. But no, we love her to bits. She is a whirlwind to be around. She's full of cricket knowledge. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, next delivery here comes down the track, pushes onto the offside. Cheadle's going to have to hurry, but makes the ground.
So would that class her as a cricket nuffy when it comes to things like that? Like obviously Anthony, when he decides to pull out all his statistics and all that when he's calling games?
I don't think she knows all of her statistics, to be completely honest. So
Bang! Wait! Just dropped short of the fielder here at deep mid-wicket, but that was nicely off the middle of Cheadle's bat. That might be the shot she needed.
It just dipped as well. It was gliding nicely and then went, nope, and hit the ground.
But said Cheadle needed one out of the middle of the bat. You just felt, as you said, Georgia, she just hasn't been looking quite herself, but might just kickstart her innings here. As then she again comes forward, but pushed nicely into the offside, no run.
So so obviously cricket nuffy is like the highest you can go. What's under a cricket nuffy? Like what's
Caruso.
Okay, I kind of set that one up for myself.
You did.
No, what's an L? No, I'm not even going to bother.
Well, we will say that is 8 overs down here at Chatswood Oval. The Anthony Caruso ribbing aside, but Gordon move along, none for 58. Seagrave's 29, Cheadle on 18.
Oh man.
I don't know. Is there any level of, I don't know, like as I said, I think you're either a cricket nuffy or you're not. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there like an in the middle?
No.
Okay.
You're either a nuffy or you're not. I think.
Fair enough.
You can't just be knowledgeable and not be a nuffy.
Somewhat knowledgeable.
Well, this one again, we see a big appeal here. First ball of the new over. I think again going down the leg side, trying to sweep to this vacant fine leg position, but
something tells me the ball's not going down there.
And we actually don't have Anthony here to dive in front of us to be able to save the ball today.
Hey,
so
you have me, thank you.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
second delivery coming in again. This one's played uppishly through the offside, but into a nice gap. They'll look for
Sound a bit
two.
hoarse.
I'm going to carry this call as it comes down to the fielder at long off, and they pick up another single to the total.
I need to sound hoarse about carrying it. That's all right.
Where's Kiwi Mick when I need him?
Having fun.
Yeah, probably.
Hello, Kiwi, and to your mates. Hope you're having fun today.
Here we go. Cheadle gets a
responsibly,
nice edge onto this one. Rockets passed into the vacant third-man territory. It'll tease the fielder, but will pull up short. They pick up another two to the total.
I must admit, that's one thing I actually noticed yesterday watching the Sydney Sixers game against the Hobart Hurricanes.
What, when it wasn't raining?
Yes, when it wasn't raining.
I watched the
No.
replay. That was a great game.
No,
by the
there
way.
was, a good result for the Sydney Six win, but I'll tell you more about it after this ball.
Well, Cheadle going back again to this one. Punches it through the field. That's more like the Heidi Cheadle we know. And it rocket along this carpet of an outfield here for 4.
Yeah, honestly, it's 1, 2, or 4. I don't think I've seen anything in between.
Maybe
So-
if it's into some of these pockets where there's no fielders, but that was a nice shot there along the ground.
But
And
what
then
I
she
was,
dropped the bat.
but what I was trying to explain was,
I had to preface that,
obviously,
didn't you?
obviously we saw the young fielder from your side run around and chase the ball, but I'll finish it out this ball.
Again, tries to cut it outside the off stump. Maybe kept a
Heidi's
little
back.
bit low. I think it kept a little bit low.
Someone wants
Yeah.
a score update, don't mind me.
Well,
That's
they
not
should
gonna
be
work.
tuning into Frogbox and getting the live ball-by-ball updates here.
It was via text. I'm not going to word a big text
Well,
about that. I'm
again-
just going to give them the score.
Well, again, Kit Cheadle tries to cut that one. Again, just goes through to the keeper. I said 9 overs down here at Chatswood Oval. Gordon none for 65. And the scoreboard just goes on.
No.
And the scoreboard's gone.
Help.
So Gordon is none for 65. I know that. I don't know what the score was for either batsman because it wasn't paying.
Batters.
Yep, it wasn't paying that closer attention. Actually, it's in green. I can't read it.
Well,
And we can't even go off the My Cricket at the moment
they're not
because
updating that either.
because the live scoring is just fallen away. But the names are starting to come back. But what I was trying to explain before was watching one of the Hobart Hurricane ladies chasing a ball that went to the boundary. Her hat fell off her head, flicked the ball, and got penalised 5 runs for it because it's a piece of equipment that isn't allowed to make contact with the ball.
So we get started
I used
here
the
for
wrong
over
days.
10, and she makes it a full toss, but
Ooh.
it bounces high.
It's a good thing Shay's tall.
Yeah, exactly. Lucky Zoe Benjamin wasn't on it. But it was a good piece of fielding there. But it's a nice shot out of the middle of the bat.
But yeah, so what I was trying to say is when we saw the young fielder doing that, running down that ball there, which was guided by Heidi Cheadle, same type of thing. The hat almost fell into the ball again. So maybe hat needs to be secured a little bit better.
So the way it was explained to me was
Wide called there, outside, too far outside off stump.
because I did ask that last week at first grade actually, and I said, if their hat hits the ground and the ball hits it, is that penalty runs? And the people I was sitting around are umpires, and they said no.
Oh, full toss, smashed one, bounce four.
Oh my
rocking
gosh,
it
isn't
off.
that enormous?
And guess what, guys? That's also no ball, waist high. So we have a free hit.
Oh, easy.
Did they?
Yes, they
I don't
did
know.
call it.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying they didn't call it, but that's a bit harsh. He did come a good couple of steps down the wicket.
True. True.
Well, we obviously know that they got the B-Square sponsorship on the front of the shirt. That's about where it would have hit Heidi.
In the gut.
Well, this one again outside the off stump, but luckily a bit of a fundle there.
Yeah, you can
Good
sense
ball.
that she's frustrated there. But
Good ball,
What,
though.
what gave that away? The fact that she threw her head back, or the fact that she
That
was
she
playing
almost-
with her bat as a sword?
the fact that she almost collected the keeper in frustration when she
Yeah.
was trying to replay that shot.
Poor Kira almost wore it.
Oh, it's a good comeback ball again. This one's a bit short of a length. Staying a little bit low here, this wicket. Having some good work on it this weekend as that one goes down to the cover sweeper. Cheadle picks up another single. She's now in front of her opening partner. So she's really come back in the last couple of overs.
Well, I can tell you there were plenty of runs here yesterday. So
Okay, Sid Grave just pushes it to Zoe Benjamin there at short cover, no run.
yeah, so Gordon, first grade men were here against UTS North Sydney. UTS North Sydney finished today 5 for 387.
All righto.
Fun. As this one again made into a full toss. Sort of, I think, gets the inside edge of the bat. Will be fielded by deep mid wicket. No run. Single. My apologies. No more runs. They get the single. They were looking for 2. I got confused. I'm easily confused today. I need Kiwi here to help me.
To save you.
Yes. As again, Cheadle comes down, hits this one hard, but well fielded here at deep mid wicket. Another single to the total.
That's the one thing that Frankie does have when she does field in the deep. She does have a very strong arm, and the throws are always flat. There's no loop to it. She likes to keep
It
that
hurts.
nice and
It
level.
hurts.
It can hurt you. I know. I've seen.
Oh, don't forget, it can, it will.
I've seen people where she is accidentally pinged when she's throwing from the boundary at various grounds. But it's good to be able to
I'm
have.
just thinking, who on unis throws it really hard and it hurts. Shay.
Who doesn't?
Eric, yeah. I mean, it would be a smaller list that way, to be completely honest.
As soon as we get a bowling change here for
Looks like-
over number 11.
Looks like we got Becky
Rebecca
coming.
Green coming on to bowl, played second grade this morning as well.
Also, is part
These
of the Australian,
eligibility rules need to be looked at.
also part of the Australian Defence Force.
True that, reserve member.
I said, well, Cheadle's on strike. So just pushed into the offside, beats the fielder inside the circle. They'll look for two. Are they going to come back? They are. Good throw will have the non-striker in trouble, but just makes the ground.
No, from what I saw this morning watching that seconds game, Becky was a little bit of a talker and she wanted to obviously try and pepper side up, but
Loves a chat, mate.
yeah.
Oh, big loopy one. Cheadle goes high and taken. First wicket down here. First wicket down here at Chatswood Oval. Cheadle holds out. 2 deep mid-wicket. She goes for 31. 1 for 76 here in the 11th.
This is the funny thing here as well now. Okay, the wicket's been taken. They did cross. But when you follow the new ICC mandate that comes through, the new batsman
goes to
coming
the side.
must face
Batter, yeah,
unless
goes to the opposite side.
unless it's the end of the over.
You talk about the
They must
MCC rules and then ignore that rule. I love it.
So I said that's one of the.
I didn't.
That's one of the ones I must admit I do like. The fact that you'll get the new batter has to take strike. Obviously, if you're just taking a wicket, the bowler deserves that opportunity to face the new batter instead of the person who's already set.
Well, I did say Heidi Cheadle was struggling. Exhibit A.
As we can now see, we have I believe it is the captain in Kinjal Kumari coming on, and another right-hander. So this is a good combination to have to keep that left-right combo. Helps make the field adjusting slightly more difficult.
Good
Flashing back to last week.
As again, just floated up over the eye lines. Has to be tempting. But I think first ball does the right thing.
She wants to be able to walk tomorrow, mate. That's why she's not swinging at it.
Well, I'm just saying it's very tempting with the deliveries nice and loopy up over the bat. That one's a bit straighter, but again, does try to cut that one. But no wood was taken.
That's the only other thing I've noticed with her helmet. That it's actually the badge has been covered up, so obviously a older club that she's played for.
Or a representative
To
club of
side,
some
yeah.
kind, yeah.
Yeah, great cricketer coming out there. Next ball pushed into the covers, no run.
I still remember watching Mickey Council go and bat in second grade at Manly Oval with his pink 66s hat on.
Actually, Alex Blackwell has done that a couple of times for us as well with her green thunder hat, and I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world.
Next delivery pushed down to long on.
Whoop.
There's debating who wants to back that one up, but they get there.
Zoe almost fell over again. Oh, it was a whole thing.
Well, we won't go there.
Well, obviously we all know that with
No, you
Alex
won't. I will.
Blackwell has a very strong connection to your university women's.
Certainly is. Founding
Club.
member.
Mm-hmm.
And happy 18th birthday to universities as well for this season. It took us a while to figure that out at presentation night last season.
We were founded here. This is this year. Maths.
Well, yeah, we Alex was the one who posed it. And I was like, actually, great point. I totally overlooked that.
Well, that is 11 overs down. 1 for 78 here. Sid Grave 32. Kamari off the mark with the singles. Looks like we've got another bowling change here at the northern end.
Certainly do. Aria Shipracor coming in. Travels all the way from Blacktown to play for us. Blacktown. She moved out there this year with her family.
Oh, that
good
one's a
shot.
full toss. Will it get saved here?
Oh.
No, unfortunately, I think just coming off the knee there.
Unfortunate.
Rolls itself over the boundary, but just full toss
It's a good
there.
thing we didn't
first ball.
mic up Frankie. There was explicit words said in that.
Well,
I just noticed.
Well,
If anything did come through, we do apologise.
oh, no, it didn't. She just mouthed it. So if you saw it, we apologise.
Oh, again, full, but this time coming off, I think, the pad, the bat, everything to get past the keeper. They'll scamper through for another single, but not quite having the technology for the mic'd up player this week that we wished that we'd hoped we
Well,
have.
we could have gone out with a big microphone. Don't know how that would have gone down with the umpires, but you know.
Just have Zoe have the handheld mic in the pocket. Why not?
Yeah, what? I mean, that's going to hurt. She dives.
No diving. At least dive on the other side as Redgrave looks like to be stumped.
Oh.
No, gets the bat back into the crease. The unis went up, but unfortunately just getting the bat down in the nick of time.
Because the only way that microphone would have worked is if you put it into a harness and had it strapped literally to the torso.
So it looks like that Zoe has chest hair because it's coming through the top.
But that'd be the only way you'd be able to do
tape
it.
it to her. And have the big overhead ears on as well so she can hear us.
That's going
As
to go
this
well.
one comes and gets hit down the ground. Good fielding in the follow through.
But
Dots
no.
it up here. The run rate just taking a little bit of a hit here.
It's starting to plummet now.
But we will try and get that technology sorted for a game later this season.
Well, this one again comes down the wicket. Just beats the bowler in her follow through, but they'll pick up another single to the total. Good fielding by Long On. But as said, we do have another unis game coming up before Christmas. Maybe we can get the technology by then.
Well, I can tell you what, the hosts there are going to be the most amazing hosts in the world.
They're not going to hook us up to Frogbox, though, by the sounds of it.
Well, if you want to go stand out there, you're most certainly welcome to.
As that one's called wide.
We'll sort something out.
You buy us a longer cable.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on, we don't have the budget for that.
No, I don't have the budget for that.
As this one is just played in the onside. Oh, the legs were pumping there. The throw should have been in, but just holds on to that one. As it is the end of another over here. 12 overs down here at Chatswood Oval. Gordon, 1 for 85. Seagrave's on 33. Kamari just at the wicket is on 6.
We'll head down to Ballarat Oval, Eastern Oval at Ballarat for the women's Big Bash game between the Renegades and George's beloved Sydney Sixers women. Unfortunately, 2 wickets have fallen since we last gave them an update. Both Bates and Alyssa Healy have both got out. They have 2 overs remaining. They are 2 for 160. Ash Gardner and Aaron Burns are the 2 batters currently in the middle.
They're quite handy as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they could swing a bat.
No change here, but it's short and it is deposited 2 bounces into the fence here over square leg.
Go, Zoe, go.
Run, Zoe, run. Faster.
But no, that was kind of a little bit into the wheelhouse for Seagraves at the moment. She's just seeing anything that's short where she can flat bat it to be able to get around. If we can now see they've now got 3 here on the leg side.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
one way to
fence.
find it.
Go again, looking, but trying to get even finer now. How that missed
she
the
was
stumps.
aiming for the train tracks.
No, she was just aiming for us.
She was aiming for you.
Damn it.
No, go for the train tracks. I'm sure the next train's coming soon.
Here we go again, looking to go leg side and
Oh.
over the top, but bounces nicely for Benjamin. Only picks up the single there. I think he's on the money with that one before here. They said they got the fielder outside the circle, outside on the boundary, but just behind the square leg umpire. There's a lot of free territory if you can get that ball finer.
Free territory, unlike Sydney, with the housing market.
This one is well and truly twirly-whirlied up in the air. They'll look for 2, but no, good running around there on the long on boundary. But now we're going to talk about property prices. Great.
Something I'll never be able to afford.
I don't know. It's not that
You're like, I
special.
have a house, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The conversation I had to have this morning as I was trying to get here was great. You love owning property.
And hello to Matt's mum and dad who are currently listening.
What does this have to do with them? I don't live with them. As this next one goes high, down the ground. Oh, unfortunately,
shame.
just couldn't get it under the grill. Comes back for 2 at the striker's end. Oh, I don't know how to describe that one. And
Unfortunate.
How have you worked into my parents into this? They had nothing
No.
to do
I'm
with
staying
it.
out of this one.
Your parents
Your
are always
parents love me.
listening, and
Well, yeah,
I'm
they have
assuming
nothing
that
better
type
to
of.
do.
I'm normally that type of conversation when it comes to the housing market.
No, I'm just
And
saying
you-
how bad neighbours are. As this next one comes in again.
What, that one
Fucking-
cricket neighbour who complained the whole night because his body was sore? Yeah, I know, right?
No, actually, as he said, can you not pee so loud at 1 a.m.? That was legitimately the conversation I had on my way here to cricket. So that's the story of unit living, people. Is that is now the end of something. 13 overs here, 1 for 95. Gordon. Welcome to unit living, people.
We'll head back down to
Please.
we'll head back to the ICC Men's World T20 competition. We know that Bangladesh batted first up at the Gabba, 7 for 150. Coming up to the end of the 7th over, Zimbabwe have fallen into a bit of a hole. They've gone from 1 for 11 after 2. They're now 4 for 35 after 7.
Well, there is cricket happening here. Is this one
Believe
gets
it or
pushed,
not.
pushed out to the cover sweeper, and they'll pick up a single. I give up.
I was waiting for the young lady to come into bowl, so...
Oh, it's
which
not
one
you,
out of
Shane.
the-
How polite of you. It's
I
not
think
the
they're
Brewer
taking
Shield.
away our award. I think they're taking
too late
our
now.
award. Too late. They've announced it. As this one again gets pushed
Ooh,
through,
nice
to,
shot.
about can't beat mid off. Nice dot ball. They
Mm-hmm.
are curtailing this run rate. It was over 10 runs early in the innings. Again, comes down the wicket. It's popped up in the air, but no one inside the circle at mid on. Great fielding by
Erica's
mid
got
off.
it. Erica's got it. That's
Didn't
generally
get the
what's said
catch.
at training.
Yeah, okay.
Erica's got it.
Yeah. Well, if she was at mid on and probably could have been a catch, so there was no catch there. But they do move along here. 1 for 97 in the 14th. As this one is,
Oof.
it dips.
of
I
a
was
wild
going.
swing.
I was waiting for the either it end up on the road.
On our table.
Well, we're on the
No.
opposite side of
No,
that
we-
shot.
You
but-
never
would have been
know.
safe, either on the road or being
or
a no ball call.
Good thing
Yeah.
my car's not
dipped.
over there anymore.
Well, this one does end up over there, but picks out the mid-wicket sweeper, picks up another single. Yeah, we got some good parks today, unlike last week.
So did I. Got a steal of a park today.
Yeah, well, you got blocked in. I'll just warn you that.
Oh, I was talking about the one over there.
Oh, okay.
Over opposite. Yeah, this one's parked in, so what?
Comes down the wicket, makes it into a full toss, but again, just keeps finding the fielders that are stationed out on the boundary. I think Gordon, they're in a position to kick off now. I said with 5 overs to go, they'll 6 overs to go. My apologies. The 100 comes up. They'll really want to take advantage of those 9 wickets still in the shed.
They definitely will be, but we'll head down to Eastern Oval at Ballarat, obviously for the women's Big Bash game between the Melbourne Renegades and Georgia's Sydney Sixers women.
There you are, Sydney.
Apparently I own them now.
Well, you're getting us a call on Wednesday night. So we've
I'm
been
sorry,
told.
how did I organise that?
I don't know.
But once
You
it's
were
full-
saying, Shane?
Okay, now that we've got a restart there. They're inside the last over. Sixers are batting first. 2 for 179. Ash Gardner 13. Aaron Burns 16.
Here we go again. This one again made into a full toss. Swept around, but again, just finding the fielder out on the boundary. Another single to the total. Just can't find picket fences here at the moment when you expect that 9 wickets in the shed. They'd be looking to really start putting the pedal to the metal.
But I have to agree with what you said before about Susie Bates being one of the best buys for the Women's Big Bash so far.
Oh, I said that, yes.
Again,
Oh,
just
Frankie.
out of the reach of the fielder at short mid-wicket. But they're coming down the wicket here are the Gordon batters, but they're getting some good contact on these full tosses. But again, just finding fielders out in the outfield. Again, just slow outside off stump. Can't put any power behind the shots as it just finds the fielder inside the circle, no run.
Back to the women's Premier Cricket first grade out of Graham Reserve. St George Sutherland 2 for 105.
Again, gets to the pitch of the ball. Uppishly played.
back up.
Yeah, just gets through the
Got
fielder's
nutmegged.
hands, but it's only a single again. I said they're not
We can deal with that.
they're not conceding the boundaries like they were early on. You think that Sidgrave just she was the one that was making these boundaries early on, but the fielder going back has curtailed it as that one's hit high and out. Looking for that boundary towards mid-wicket, but just picked out the fielder there. 2 wickets down now here for Gordon.
You find the shortest fielder on
waiting for you guys to
the shortest fielder on the field.
Oh, ouch. Could have been a little bit nicer about that. Sheesh.
Shame.
Oh, man.
Well, as
Solid effort, though.
Well, I said the Unis, they've fought back really well here. I said when they were going at 10 runs and over early in the power play, it could have been anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I said...
That is true.
I said the pull back now, they'd be hoping now, I think, to keep them to about 130 here. And I said if you told them that after 6 overs, they would have been taking that with anything. They would have been paying us to take that 130. So I said it has been a good fight back.
Well, I will get back to that other Premier Cricket women's first grade game out at Graham Reserve. St George Sutherland batting first, 205. In reply, Manly are 3 for 84. And they have 7 overs remaining to get the additional 22 runs they need for that win.
So the new batter is in. If someone who has the team list can tell me. I don't know if I want to pronounce that. As first ball, the new batter gets played back down to the wicket, no run.
I had it. To me, it looked like Abby Maker.
I don't think it's Abby Maker. I think
I
that's
just-
my handwriting.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to pronounce it because
It's not Abby Maker. I
It's
can
teacher's
guarantee.
handwriting there, but that is the
Hey,
end of
better
15
than
overs
doctors.
here.
Come on.
I didn't say it wasn't, but it's 2 for 102 off 15. You are listening to
It was
Triple
what you were
H's
implying.
coverage of the New South Wales, award-winning coverage of the New South Wales. If you've been listening to the first 15 overs, you'll wonder how. But that's Abaneka in now.
It was close.
It was close. Yeah, but yeah, Triple H's award-winning coverage here on Triple H 100.1 FM and Gordon Women's Frog Box. His first ball, the new over goes high, but finds free grass behind the keeper's head. And Kamari picks up a single here, first ball of the 16th.
And in the women's game out at Drummoyne Oval, the Sydney Tigers women taking on Bankstown. Sydney batting first. Coming up to the end of 15 overs, they are 3 for 72.
Just pause, waiting for the new batter to take guard.
All the formalities, right arm over the wicket.
It's not like I've been watching the last 4 overs. As it comes in again, comes down the wicket, first one and gone! Straight back to the bowler. Tries to go the big hoik first sight unseen and can only find the hands of the bowler in her follow through. The wicket's now starting to fall. Yeah.
That's to
Please
be
be
honest,
somewhat unbiased.
that's probably not the one thing that you'd be wanting to do with a set batsman batsman as well. It's like just see a couple of balls off and then
Not even
start
a couple.
to motor.
Not even a couple. Just one maybe, and then see what she's going to do.
But in the end, unfortunately, it hasn't happened, and she's walking back for a duck.
It's a long walk back too.
But whilst we're waiting for the next batter to come out to the crease, we'll head over to Howell Oval for one of the other games in the women's Premier Cricket first grade. Penrith batting first, 7 for 91. They're taking on our beloved Northern Rangers district ladies, who in the moment are absolutely in control with 5 overs remaining. They are 1 for 77, needing another 15 to win that game.
And the new batsman out there is Christy Gordon as well. So
Well, that's lucky. You wouldn't want to be playing for, like, Northern Districts with the name of Gordon.
could be awkward.
She'll be taking a strike here. Second ball of the over. Will we see another big exchange shot? Gets the sweep on, gets it past the fielder inside the circle. No one down on the boundary behind square. Gets off the mark. First ball with
That was a good
boundary.
shot. First ball as well. Don't worry about watching the bowler. Just
Just sweep it for 4.
Impulse.
Just sweep it for
Do
4.
what you
Why
feel
not?
like. I'm feeling in a sweeping mood today.
We'll just get you a
That reminds
broom
me, I
then.
need to clean my flat. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a broom, actually. Thank you. I should have bought one.
We'll see if we get a leaf blower from out the back. As again, just goes down the ground. Been hiding somewhere, but don't save your legs for that one. 4 more runs to the total.
Where was this batsman hiding?
No, the funny thing is, Christie's hit the ball and she's watched it bounce on the 30-yard circle, and then take a couple more bounces. And no, you can see that it's clearly going to roll to
But kept running.
to the main fence and stopped, and then realised, oh, I kept running and all of that.
Someone
but-
made me do that. I was not impressed.
Oh my God! When will people realise there is a game of cricket on here, and
That's
the
awkward.
locals who live around here just go, you know what?
I was wondering what we were waiting for.
Where Dad's got his very young daughter sitting on
Yeah,
the
I'll
sideline.
just
It's
Close
like,
the gate.
oh,
That's not going to end well.
Yeah, I'll just wander through the gate. If you're watching on Frogbox, you'll be picking up all of this because that's where the Frogbox is positioned to that one corner.
Yeah, exactly. You've got prime position there to see.
Yeah, is this one? Yeah, no, not another 4, but expertly played around the corner.
And fielded.
Yeah, well, 9 off 3 deliveries right out of the blocks here.
I must admit, when you come to places here like Chatswood Oval, it's nice to see that it's not a fully enclosed ground where you can go for a walk around on the outside of the field.
This one comes down the wicket, full toss, but finds the fielder at long off. Another single to the total, but that's what I mean. There is a nice path around the field. You don't need to go on the field to walk around it. But some people just never learn, as that is the end of 16 overs here at Chatswood Oval. 3 for 112. The Gordon women's side. Kamari on 13. Gordon right off the blocks, 9 off 3 deliveries.
The one thing I love about Chatswood Oval, apart from being 15 minutes away from home from me, a bit like Mearsey when we get to call it Manly Oval, it's just the spectators. These spectators, they aren't here with the club. They are literally just here at the park and happen to be watching a game. They've come down. They might be walking out for their afternoon walks, and they're just here enjoying the sun, or what's left of the sun. And I can tell you, not many other parks that we play at have this atmosphere. It's just lovely.
Yeah, it is a nice spot. First delivery of the new over. Just gets swept around to the fielder out on deep square leg. They pick up another single to the total, but they said more cricket fields like this one, as this one just gets hiked by Gordon straight out to the fielder at deep mid wicket. They'll look for 2, but rightly sent back.
No
But-
runs.
Yeah, but it said Manly Oval's another good example. It's in the middle
exactly.
of the precinct down there at Manly. Lots
Yep.
of people use it as a cut through and will
Yep.
stay and hang around. There's the next delivery again. That's short. That's a big full toss. Gets it hoiked right around the corner.
Oh,
It'll tease
yeah,
the
that's
fielder, but it'll make the
I
boundary.
love the dedication of the field as well. Head down, run fast. Just keep running.
Don't stop. But,
Do the Pappenhausen.
but again, Mark
Don't
Taylor
fracture your
Oval is
kneecap,
another good
please.
one. Mark Taylor is another good one. It's in the middle of all those
True.
units, so people get down there
I
and
was
get their
looking at
exercise.
buying a unit up there as well.
Well, when we,
It
if we
sold,
ever-
unfortunately, so that's not meant to be.
Well, next delivery's found the fielder at short mid wicket, no run. But you, as I said, if you can get one with a good view, we can just call from the balcony next time we call it.
No,
Mark
party
Taylor
mine
Oval.
after the game.
Oh, everyone's invited. As next one
Hold
again
on, I didn't
swept
invite
around.
everybody.
Well, you said it on international radio, so we are international. You can listen to us all over the globe via technology.
Party at my house. There we go.
As this one swept hard, they peel.
Not
It
out.
missed the bat, but even if George is saying not out, it must
And
be not
if
out.
my parents are listening, don't worry. It's just me and the dog this weekend. Shout out to my parents. They're listening on their way up to Queensland if they're not already there. Honestly, I don't know what the time travel is.
They're an hour behind.
Not the time difference, the travelling. Okay.
From,
But,
from
and-
here, about 13 hours.
There
if
you go. But the dog is fine. I can guarantee it. He's a gorgeous boy. We love our boy. He's fine.
He'll just be
Don't
home for
panic.
like 15 hours by himself today. That's fine.
Oh, don't give my mother a heart attack.
they can do math. And Georgia started at 9.
The neighbours are on call and they have been checking in on him. Mum, please do not panic.
Sorry, Georgia's mum. The skipper now comes back into the attack for over number 18.
Right, now I've got a text message. Thanks, guys.
As first ball outside off stump goes for wide. I'm sorry that your parents can't do maths.
Yeah, listen.
Mum's having that heart attack. Thanks. My head on the chopping block here.
It comes round the wicket for the next one. It's high. It goes down towards behind the bowler. They're chasing hard to cut that one off and gets there just in the nick of time. But doesn't stop them coming back for 2 runs.
Well, we can tell you the one Premier Cricket women's first grade game has been completed. Manly have defeated St George Illawarra by 6 wickets. St George Sutherland, sorry, by 6 wickets.
This one again, it's high.
Ooh, that was a bit of a sweep.
Yes, another wicket here for Universities. Tried to go again down the ground, but just takes the top edge of the bat and finds the fielder there at short cover. Now 4 down here. Gordon in the 18th over.
Mum, it's fine. I'll buy the dog a toy. He won't even know the difference. It's all good.
My side hurts now. Too much laughing.
I know, I'm a crack up. We know this. My students do not think I'm a crack up. They think my jokes are ridiculous.
They just like your shoes.
No, actually, they like them. They do like them. Some of them.
Whilst we're waiting for...
Punish them by wearing the bad shoes.
Ouch.
If I'm mistaken, it's Maitland or Maitland coming in.
Maitland.
Sophie Maitland coming into bat at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Down at Eastern Oval in Ballarat, the innings has been completed for the Sydney Sixers women in their game against Melbourne Renegades. 3 for 188 in the end. Not a bad result for the Sydney Sixers, obviously having that huge start with Susie Bates and Alyssa Healy both getting 50 plus. Elise Perry comes in on the second last ball, hits a 4 on the last one. 188.
Casually.
Yeah,
as you do.
It's a respectable.
That's what you guys were waiting for me to do.
We were waiting for the Sixers to come as Maitland places her first ball down the ground, picks up the single, gets off the mark. Well, we were following on last week. We were waiting for the 5 sixes to come. We knew you could do it, and we didn't even get one. So
I think I've hit about 3 sixes my whole playing career, so thank you.
It could be 8.
But the two wickets were better.
Time to bulk up, I think. Thank you.
Here we go again. This one smashed.
Oh, Zoe fell asleep there for a minute.
And good fielding there. Cuts it off, but won't cut the 2. But saved 2 runs there. Good fielding on the boundary.
Gorgeous fielding by Frankie and Nicklin, and great backing up by Sarah Bryan as well. That must have hurt to skip that far.
Again, just delicately played out on the offside. But can't beat the fielder at point. Dot ball, important here in these last few overs.
Mm-hmm.
Also in the ICC World T20, Zimbabwe are
great colour commentary.
They're 4 for 64, chasing 151 for the win.
How great was their game against Pakistan, though?
And that one's fielded again. Good fielding here at mid-wicket. Yeah, that was India-Pakistan. Something told me to stay up for those last 10 overs. And
hey?
I don't think you'll ever see anything like that finish to that India-Pakistan game.
No,
Zimbabwe.
I missed that one.
The Zimbabwe-Pakistan
yeah,
also.
that one was even better.
Oh,
last ball where...
You fell asleep at that one, didn't
Last
you?
ball where Pakistan needed a run to get through and ended up being run out by about 6 feet in the end. So they end up missing out. But we can also tell you from the games we played later on tonight in the men's T20 World Cup. Starting 6 o'clock Sydney time in Perth, you've got Netherlands taking on Pakistan. And then 10 o'clock, the nightcap over in West Australia, so 7 o'clock their time. India taking on South Africa. That will be a good one to watch.
That will be a good game.
Then Nicklin into the attack and gets the wicket. Tries to be too fancy on that one, did Gordon. She's been hitting the ball
picked
hard.
It up.
Well, she's been hitting them hard through the onside, but this one just got pushed straight to the fielder there at square leg.
Very easy take for Sarah Bryan. Don't mind if I do, thank you. But yeah, it was a little uncharacteristic there.
But as I said, that's the 5th wicket down here. It's been a good comeback by Universities. They said they were going along at 10 runs and over in the power play. But now 5 for 126 in the 19th. I'll be interested to see how many they'll get at per stadium. As I said, a lot of expat South Africans there, plus the Indians are just following them everywhere. They could beat that Australian crowd.
That's dedication, mate.
Yeah,
that's
but they'll beat.
dedication.
I reckon they'll beat that Australia crowd from the other night.
Oh,
when they
easily.
played there.
Easily.
60,000 can fit in that stadium. It'll be another good atmosphere.
Well, obviously...
They might even get there early just to hackle the Pakistanis in the pre-game.
Well, normally you stop over in Perth on the way to South Africa.
Exactly, yeah.
I said Ellis looks to be the new batter for Gordon and just pushed back to the bowl and a run. Trying to get through quickly here. I don't think they've been doing too badly with their...
it's fairly consistent now, to be honest.
Well, they are at the hour and 10 mark at the moment.
We'll see them again smashed outside, past the fielder inside the circle. They'll look for 2, but good fielding out there means it's just a single.
Frank, you just stepped right over the ball there. Oh, no, she took the bail off as well. Good job.
But no, as I said...
I don't think it's a good job if they hit the ball as well.
But
Ball's out here.
But if they're starting to try and push through, then obviously the umpires are giving them a bit of heads up. So, hey, guys, you've got 10 minutes to finish the innings.
It's the 19th over.
It's the 19th over.
Yeah, and this one's outside off stump, just pushed into the offside by Martland. Another single to the total. I said, you just feel, I know they were flying high, but you think just with only a handful of balls left in this innings.
Can only fly high for so long before the petrol runs out.
Well, this one's come down the wicket and high in the air. A big gap down there, but they'll look for 2.
You're not taking that on.
Oh, they were about to. Ground the bat.
Oh, hello.
Didn't ground the bat, given out, run out at the non-striker's end. I just feel if they put the bat down a bit earlier, would have been home.
Oh. Fielding by Shea Hartwell there to get that back.
Well, you were right saying that she does have one of the stronger arms in that side. And when you were seeing the batter turn for a second one, I'm thinking, uh-oh, this ain't going to be good. And to be able to put it probably about a foot to the scoreboard side of the stumps, frankly, it doesn't have to do much to be able to just catch that ball and knock the stump out of the ground. Still finds the batter probably about a foot short. So,
well said, Sarah Chun, now the new batter for Gordon, coming in at number 8. Will be at the non-striker's end because it was a run-out. Doesn't have to be on a strike. As Martland chops it on.
Unfortunate.
Wickets tumbling here at Chatswood Oval. 7 now down for 128.
And the worst thing is for Frankie Nicklin, she can't go for her hat-trick.
It's not a hat-trick.
No, the team hat-trick. The team hat-trick.
But then it can be a team hat-trick if it's the other. If it's
okay,
get the words out.
I don't know how I'm still surprised by Shane Evanisms.
I'm having a measy day, okay?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
Put
you
it
two
all on
settle
me.
down. Do I have to rope you back in? Sorry. I've just caught Frankie
What is
Nicklin
that?
drinking from the bubbler over the fence.
All I can say is go Frankie. That is one of the best sights I've seen in a cricket game. They're literally just behind where she is fielding. Here in front of the smaller of the 2 grandstands, there is a bubbler. So what's she do? She leans over the fence, turns the
and
bubbler
takes a
on,
chug.
and
Why not?
Takes a couple of mouthfuls of water.
Couldn't wait an over as we are now up to the last over. The skipper back into the attack for over number 27 for 128 here. What have Gordon got left in him as this ball's pushed out to the offside? They'll run through the underarm. I think
she
just made it. Yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way, Mearsy. You ended up saying at the start of it they were looking heavy, and then once they lost a couple, you said about 135 would be the total. You're going to be pretty close to that 135 mark.
Don't call me the wise man for nothing, as this one's played outside the off stump. Just a little bit of a misfield there inside the circle. Lets him pick up another single. I said the new batter in Salmon.
Now I'm hungry.
Trout.
You got a first name for me?
Kate.
Kate Salmon now at the wicket. As this one comes down the wicket, makes it into a full toss, play down the ground. Will they come back for 2? They're looking at it, but no, not on that arm.
You're making it sound like my handwriting is the worst in the world.
I couldn't see through.
Okay.
It wasn't that I couldn't read it. I couldn't see it. Thank you. Now I can see it. Take our award away as this one is pushed again down the ground. They'll run on the arm, but just the throw wasn't close enough to the stumps. Just a couple of deliveries left here in the innings. Universities want to get a move on. As this one again comes down the ground, hit hard. Again, it'll pick out the fielder at long off. They'll look again to pick up a double, but again, good fielding by Universities. 7 for 133. By my count, this will be the final ball.
Let's hope your maths is right.
No, it probably isn't, as this one is again pushed high over the infield. No fielder at cover. Having to chase it around, but it'll beat the fielder to the boundary.
So 137.
There is.
Mathematics says right.
I actually got something right in this innings. That was the final delivery. 7 for 137 here. The Gordon side, I think both teams will be happy with that. I think the Gordon will feel happy that that's defendable.
And Frankie will be happy that she can now have a drink of water.
It doesn't have to lean over the fence to get
true.
there. But, as I said, I think Universities will also be happy to bring down that run rate as well. So I think we're going to have a great run chase for you. I would love to bring you the totals here, but Play Cricket did give up the ghost after 4.5 overs. So we'll try and get your hands on the scorecard. We'll come back after the break and give you that. But
or if someone wants to feed it to us, just, re-watch the Frog Box highlights and someone text me. I'll be right here.
I was going to go take a picture of the scorebook in the break, but any thoughts before we take a break? Any thoughts as we go to the break?
Look, I think that is a pretty good total, to be completely honest. It is chaseable, though, but it's a good, solid total for T20 cricket. And looking at previous scores in around the grounds, 132 to 137 is a total that is defendable, but also very achievable, too.
Yeah, well, we'll be back shortly for another 20 overs here at Chatswood Oval. You're listening to the award-winning We Don't Know How coverage here of New South Wales Premier Cricket here on Triple H 100.1 FM, on sports.tripleh.com.au, and the Gordon Women's Frog Box as well. We'll be back right after this. And hello, Andrew. Fuck. I did turn the mics off. Has he disappeared again at the end of the innings? Like I told him he's not allowed to? Fucking hell, Andrew. I'm going to have to watch this, Shane. Can you see if you can grab us a photo of the scorebook or something?
Yeah, I was going to say something.
I jumped in and turned it on, yeah. That's what I mean. Otherwise I'd do it, but I've got to watch this now because Andrew's decided to... Something, yeah.
Did they get a few nominations?
Sorry. Hi.
This is the mayor of Coringo.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, our producer left and I had to turn the ads on remotely, which I'm not supposed to do, but I had to. So I'm a bit frazzled at the moment. Yes, there was 4 nominations. Well, there's 4 finalists.
4 finalists,
There was Nambucca. There was someone in Adelaide or Adelaide Hills, and someone in Perth. Yeah, well, as I said, See, the Community Broadcasting of Australia, no, Community Broadcasting Association of Australia, CBAA, not CBA. Yeah. So no, we're very happy with that. We've got Corinne Guy on there, don't we?
Exactly.
Yeah, Hornsby Corinne Guy.
Are a lot better than what we were doing today.
Yeah, today's is a bit frazzled today.
Yeah, that's
Someone afforded $100 bills.
What's $100 bill?
That's a photocopy. That sounds a bit more like our style.
You have $100 bill, Matt, do you?
It's gone through the photocopier about 20 times. Oh, here we go. That's where the $100 are coming from. Stands around looking pretty. Just watch movies.
Yeah, I know, right? They don't, and I give them a detention, so it works out.
You would have been so good in the old days with a cane. And a chalk dust and all that.
Don't give her ideas. She'll bring one next week for commentary. Just say something whack. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cop it. Don't make me get my bat out of the car. We'll just be dueling with the bats in the commentary. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I made sure I turned it off. We're all good. No. We've been caught before. I made sure I turned it off. I don't know how we won awards, but we obviously send the best bits and then leave out the other 98%.
Yeah, Mr. Russell obviously worked his magic.
Well, he didn't learn his magic because he disappeared and didn't turn the ads on.
He often disappears. So he's doing this from Canberra.
So he's in his little studio in Canberra, basically producing the thing, and then he always seems to go for a toilet break or wherever, just as we're going,
Pepsi Max
as we're trying to like go to a break or play something, or it's like hello. But I'm lucky.
He muted himself for one of our shows, but he didn't, so you could actually hear him, and then goes when he realised he hadn't muted himself.
But
Tina's a bit like that. She's still working out the board and going,
Yeah.
okay,
That's fine.
alright, you've got the L plates on, it's okay.
We'll get there eventually.
well, we haven't done a show in the studio for like 2 years, so
Well, some of us have. Others of us don't.
well, I used to be able to press the buttons. I wouldn't remember how to do it now.
That's what personal training must be.
Well, luckily I had it because I've got it up now. I had to turn it on. Luckily, I can do it.
Meetings at council, or
It depends what it is.
yeah, it depends on what's in the agenda.
You know, like if it's a bowling club, oh jeez.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably come with beers as well. You're like, can I have one?
That's all right, yeah.
Yes, please.
Away we go. It's all good.
Oh man,
It's more the public forums you get stuff.
it's always like, I remember when we were talking about the whole mimosa stuff. There was someone who came in and she was talking about some like native wildlife, and I was like,
Oh, I think that's Janet. Janet Harwood. She does every council meeting. She talks on 3 things.
really?
No.
Please, not today, any other day.
You know, you go to the dentist once every 6 months, but you get her every month.
More regularly than a checkup.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, because she was there. She had her pictures and everything, and like everyone who was like, what the hell is going on? What's up? Yo. Hey, how you doing? Came to see mum? Hey? Yeah, I know, right?
We're coming back. Do we want to go on? Yeah.
How many years time? 40. Okay. I graduated 2014.
Shit, I gotta hurry.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you have to be nice to me. I'm next student. One that goes, why did you come back? And he's like, ouch. Ouch. Stephanie McConnell. It was, and now she is Marvel of
Oh shit.
She know all our best mates. No, she's really good. She knows everything about, like, you know, correct uniforms and things like that. She's really brought up the, like, reputation of Tamara as well. It starts to deteriorate. It starts to deteriorate a little bit. But dude, it's on the down again. With our last day. And I was like, he was definitely enough. But
Yeah, I beat my sister.
great.
I beat my sister in something.
What happened to that century you got last year?
I put a song on because I couldn't be bothered coming back yet.
No, but look at the name of the song.
Well, I'm not getting in trouble yet, so.
If it was my choice, it would have been Disturbed my favorite.
Well, I was on cue, so that's what I found. Well, yeah, well, now I get lol. They said you're, well, I said, well,
How much longer have we got?
just under 2 minutes.
Right, we'll go to the bar.
Oh,
Jeez, you better be quick.
Never said I was going to be on time.
2
what
minutes.
was I supposed to do?
I was late for the...
She was late.
She was late for the intro. She was late coming back. It's like it all revolves around someone.
That's probably easy going. Oops.
Well, I'm assuming you turned us off the fader. Good. Okay. Well, I got a little bit freaked out when the ads didn't start when I threw to the break. So. Oh, you always pick the best times to go. But luckily, I fumbled and got the ads on 20 seconds after, or maybe 30 seconds after I threw to them. But it's all right. That's why we have backups, and I can access it from my computer. Lucky I had it up and open. Yeah, I'll come straight back. They're about to come out on the field anyway.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I'll try and get Shane to go through the scorecard very quickly. All right. Sweet. Thank you.
Because I can do the batting part, I can't do the bowling.
We're on. Let's do the batting. Yes, welcome back to Triple H Sports coverage of the New South Wales Women's Premier Cricket. We're at Chatswood Oval. Gordon taking on Universities. They're just making their way out to the wicket, but as they do, Shane Evans, he has the scorecard for you from the first innings. I should preface that.
Yeah. Emily Sidegraves was opened the batting with Heidi Cheadle. Emily was out for 44. Heidi was out for 32. Then Kinjal Kamani come in, was caught off Afaris for 21. Then lost a couple of quick wickets. Sorry, in the end. Sorry, we've just had some issues, obviously, with the with our Play HQ.
Everything's not working today. Everything's not working today. The commentary team's not working today. But we are out here. As said, we will try and give you those full scorecards at the end of the day. If not, they may be up on Play HQ Wednesday, Thursday during the week. That's been about how the technical demons have been going off here. But we'll see how we go. But the batters are out there. Gibson and Nicklin for Universities. We are inside the power play as we get ready for the first delivery to come from that southern or city end here of Chatswood Oval. Finally, we have Georgia back in the commentary box with us. Shane Evans is here as well. I am the wise man, Matt Mears. The award-winning, if you tuned in today, you'd wonder why, but the award-winning Triple H Sports team. As first delivery comes in, and this one's wide outside the off stump, and as we got in the Gordon innings, the first ball being a wide outside off stump.
Just slightly wide there, as after George is now fully rugged up, because it has turned very chilly in the last 30 or so minutes. It has got considerably colder, and that still bright out here. Some cloud cover, but yeah,
daylight savings.
It's getting cold.
Second ball. This one's short outside off stump. The big axe comes out, trying to cut it through that offside, but there's set half the team inside the circle there. That would have to be an excellent shot.
So go somewhere else.
Yeah, try and go where the fielders aren't. Is usually
is that how cricket works?
That's what you've been doing wrong, yeah. Dang. You hit it over the fence to win the game.
Or to the fence. That might work too.
Oh, well, again, wide outside the stump.
Heidi's going to wear it.
That's almost killed Heidi then.
Yeah, just
okay. Would have gone there in the jaw, Shane.
Yeah, just dropping short there. Maybe a slower ball that's bounced again before getting the wicket keeper.
Judging by the photos on Instagram, it looked like she wore one of the balls over in the UK as well. So
Okay. Again, right on outside off stump. Again, tries to play it again. Again, drops short of the keeper. I think she even came up for that one. Like, she came a couple of steps forward.
Yeah, Heidi doesn't look too impressed with the bounce.
I would not be impressed, particularly if you're the opening bowler.
True. This is true.
If you're a part-timer, maybe, but the opening bowler first over, you've got to keep coming up because the ball's not carrying through. I would not be impressed either.
She's going to be up at the stumps in a minute.
Well, again, it's just short outside off stump, but thankfully not a wide. Just picks out that fielder at backward point. No run.
You have to give credit. There's been a lot of runs scored here today.
That is true.
Obviously, yesterday, UTS North Sydney first grade posted almost 400 in their first day of a two-dayer in the Belvedere Cup competition, and we've seen about 150 to 160 in the two games so far.
Well, this one's beat it. Almost takes the helmet as well. Good fielding by the fielder down here at third man. It's all happening now. They pick up 2, so easily could have been 7. I think the ball almost hit it on the way back in as well.
Wow.
The ball has bounced over the helmets. That's so lucky for them.
This is intense.
I didn't sign up for this.
I know, right? Sheesh. It's going to make for an interesting debrief at training.
Well, maybe at Gordon training, as this one's just cut outside off stump. The first ones have been a bit short. This one was the full toss and picks that gap between point and backward point.
So let me just point out, the umpire, every time the ball went to the boundary, they checked it. Every time, because of the concrete. And I was like, wow, this is going to be timely.
And the thing is,
I was kind of hoping for a new ball, not going to lie, but, you know.
but the thing is, the umpire checks it because he has to. But
It's his
it
job.
was still, they still made it inside the 80-minute window.
Certainly did.
Well, this one's on leg stump this time, and the
The other
fielder
one.
inside the circle's going to have a big chase down to fine leg. Just pulls it up inside. They'll look for 3. They're coming back, but the throws just on a little bit on the short side. They come back. A good opening over there for the. Do we call it the students? Can we be the students as universities?
We
not?
generally go with unis
Well, we go with the unis. We're going
Yep.
with that. None for 11.
because we
Off the
are
first
associated
over.
with 2 universities, so the unis kind of make sense.
Yeah, but you're a student if you go to the
Actually, the
unis.
majority of us are not, so
Well, then you're
like-
lying to yourself.
we're not lying to ourselves. Sheesh.
Um,
What? Hardboard diggers. Are they diggers? The players?
Well, there is no Harbour Diggers anymore. We ran them out of town. It's the HBCCC.
Harbour-
Harbour Bowling Club representing here.
Okay, well, was used to argue about semantics and all that. We'll go back
That's
over.
what we do best.
We'll
Yes.
go back to
Have you
Eastern.
not noticed that?
We'll go back to Eastern
Did
Oval
you know
for
he's an umpire?
the third time. We'll go back to Eastern Oval, Ballarat, where the women's Big Bash is currently playing. Sydney Sixers women batting first, a respectable 3 for 188. 6.4 overs in. Melbourne Renegades just lost their 4th wicket. They are currently 4 for 36.
Ooh. When the wickets are ahead, that's a concern.
Hayley Matthews is out for 5th ball duck.
Wow.
Oh, first ball, good ball here of the second over. Outside off stump. Couldn't get that one away. As we got left arm around the wicket again, just up in the block hole. Can't
No
get that one
run.
away, can Gibson.
No run.
Well, we can tell
Where's
you.
Kiwi Nick?
We can tell you the wickets to fall have been Matthews, Webb, Adapadu, and O'Donnell.
Simon. This one's a bit shorter, played in the offside. Nice hands there.
Run, Frankie. Don't just stand there. I still have my uni's training pants on, so I'm half and half at this point.
I'm getting cold and my jumper's in the car and I haven't been able to leave, so I
Aw.
might be putting on that shirt that you gave me for some extra warmth. I'm supposed to be impartial here as a well-respected, award-winning commentator. I won the award
Shane's
too.
just laughing at you.
I won the award too. As this one stays low outside off stump.
Yeah, Frankie was bamboozled. She's like, well, how did that happen?
Well, we find this calling these games on Sunday afternoon. They've had a lot of overs in them over the weekend. They do keep low. It's not a new phenomenon.
Or is it?
Well, this one's up in the block hole. That one can't keep low as just gets pushed back to the bowler, no run.
No, I said, well, frankly, he's normally a very, very good opening batter, and all the time I've seen her, she usually leads from example.
Well, that one's showing the maker's name back to the bowler.
Mm-hmm.
As it just this is a great colour commentary. This is why we're
Running out of things to say that aren't biased.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing. As that is the end of the second over here. Good one for Gordon. Only the 1 run off it. None for 12 off 2 here. The unis with Gibson on 8 and Nicklin yet to get off the mark.
The unis? You could just go on unis.
Well, I was trying to
On
make a
the
big
line.
deal of the unis of George's team of.
Yep, we know that. Been there, done that.
Here we go. Now Cheadle's up to the stumps. And that one is wide down the leg side. Pretty good bit of keeping there as the batter would have blocked the ball there for a couple of moments.
Well, at least we're avoiding the 5 penalty runs because the helmet's on her head this time.
Anything you can do is good thinking
And
there.
every little bit helps.
Don't you want the ball hitting the helmet?
Not if the person's wearing it.
Well, that's true. As this one's outside off
That
stump.
was very
but,
morbid there for a minute.
Well, I meant when it was on the ground.
Okay,
You can't
okay.
get 5 penalty
Well,
runs when it's on
you
someone's
got to
head.
be explicit. You got to be
Okay.
explicit.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'll be more.
Explicit.
Yes. Not that we're going to get kicked off. Not that explicit.
Not expletives.
Yes, that one. Gosh. Comes in again, and this one's cut outside the off stump, but can only find the fielder at point.
Oh, they went the wrong end.
Yeah, Nicklin was charging.
Nicklin was 3/4 way up the pitch.
Frankie always does.
But the thing is, if the fielders
Don't
had
get man-catted.
if the fielders had noticed it, I don't
think they did.
Any decent throw has her out by half the pitch.
Oh, what does she do here now? She is going down the wicket, and that one's played again. They almost shake hands in the middle of the pitch.
How do you do?
But they do get back safely.
Well, whilst we're waiting for the next ball, we'll head up to the Gabba for the ICC Men's World T20 competition. Bangladesh batting first, 7 for 150. After 17 overs, Zimbabwe are 5 for 111, needing 40 off 18.
Oh, that one's found the
That
outside
works
edge.
too?
Yep. Well, there's no fielder that fine, only on the boundary, so they do pick up another single to the total.
And we can also tell you, back at the women's Big Bash game, Melbourne Renegades have lost another wicket.
Oh, boy.
5 for 38 after 7 overs, chasing the Sydney Sixers, 3 for 188.
They're struggling.
The Aussie men's team need a hit to their net run rate like that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that's played nicely, but again, good fielding inside the circle. They said they've chalked up this offside and have made it hard for the batters to get it through.
Sophie Molyneux was the latest wicket to fall, caught by station friend Stella Campbell off Lauren Cheadle for 18 off 18.
We got to watch Stella bowl 2 weeks ago down the Oval.
I
Making
didn't.
a comeback as that's gone.
Frankie.
Bowled. Looks like it may have just jagged back in off the pitch and it's taken off stump. First wicket down now for Unis as they're now 1 for 14 here in the third.
Unfortunate start, but look, that's the way the cookie crumbles as well. Obviously hit something in the pitch and jagged back a little bit, judging by the frustration of Frankie Nicklin as well. But look, fantastic bowling, a little bit all over the place to start with. But look, we saw that in the Unis innings as well. So it's kind of like for like at this point.
Yes, it is. They
Wakey,
started.
Shane.
Hey,
we are calling again
No.
here, Shane. As yeah, I think though that Gordon have really tightened up probably a bit quicker than the Unis did. They did go for that 10 runs and over a few, probably throughout the whole power play, but now making it a little bit tough here. But as I said, that total, that 130 odd, just it's that middle of the road total here that even if you do have a couple of slow overs, you can still go big. Given the opportunity in. But that was the last ball of the third over there, so it is now 1 for 14 here at Chatswood. Gibson's still there on 9 not out. Hartwell looks to be the new batter for Unis. His first ball of the fourth over. Played off the outside edge. Bit of a fumble there, but I still don't think there was a run. Luckily, though, it was sent back.
No, one thing about Shay,
chill.
I can't. I am highly strung. Shay is a big hitter. Big hitter.
Then we could be in trouble here in the
Yes,
commentary position
quite
as this
possibly.
one's pushed out onto the offside.
And it hurts. I feel like I'm just going to emphasize that.
Well, you're catching, or should we be putting up some barricades or something?
I don't know. Get one of the youngsters to come over and look after us.
Hey, youngsters, do you want to be on radio? Well, you're catching the ball. As this one comes down the wicket, but
You're going to multitask.
you multitask. There's the radio mic. There's the ball. Stop, help us, please.
Protect us.
I said it's been some good left-arm bowling here, though, from this northern end. Kept it nice and tight as again tries to come down the wicket, but only takes that inside edge and finds the fielder at short mid-wicket, no run.
We can tell you that in the other women's Premier Cricket T20 first grade today, Northern Districts have comfortably beaten Penrith. Penrith 7 for 91, Districts 2 for 95.
And goes back to this one, but again, just I don't think it has the pace that they're looking for on this bowling. It's just
I don't think guiding it down is going to be...
it's just going to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to stop at your feet. I don't think that is the way to attack this ball, although the bowler is making it incredibly hard.
Said a bit more on that
There we go.
one, but it was a bit quicker from the bowler, but again, good fielding. Keeps it to a single.
Stepping on the ball sometimes helps.
But just
Not really if you're wearing the spikes.
Well, that's what the fielder did. She kind of stepped on it.
Was another good over there for Gordon. Gibson moves on to 10, but it's 1 for 15 off 4 here in the power play. In reply, the target 139.
We can also tell you out of Drummoyne Oval, the Sydney women taking on Bankstown. Sydney women batting first. In the end, was able to get back to a somewhat decent 7 for 108. And Bankstown currently batting a none for 4 after 3.
Interesting.
Because Sydney batting not so well, or because the Bankstown are being held?
Being held?
Okay.
The latter?
Okay.
Yeah, the latter.
Oh,
I had to make sure I used the right word, because then that's awkward.
All right, well, we've got a bowling change here for the 5th over from the southern end. And a bit more right arm medium pace. Cheadle's still up at the stumps. That took off a little bit.
I don't know where that went.
Well, went into Heidi Cheadle's gloves, which I think was what Gordon were happy for it to do. But
And I think Kira was a little bit confused as to where it went.
so they won't want to be seeing too much more of those sort of popping deliveries here. As this one again is outside off stump. Looking maybe for the umpire to call wide again, but this time the arms stay down by the sides.
Arms must be getting a little bit tired.
Or it wasn't a wide.
Or it wasn't a wide. Or both. No, I don't know.
I don't think you can be both. Maybe if Shane was umpiring. Yes, this one comes down the wicket and drives hard, but can't beat the fielder at short cover. That was hit nicely, but good piece of fielding inside the circle. Shane, help us out.
Sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn, so I couldn't really be. I couldn't
Excuses.
How do we win an award?
If you keep saying that, they probably are going to take it away. So maybe
Because
stop saying
They're not
that.
listening to this.
Because Kiwi Mick was here.
Yeah, Kiwi Mick won us the award. That's the truth. As this one's
They love the
That
Kiwi
one's a
accent,
lie.
that's why.
Oh, who doesn't? Who
I know,
doesn't love
right?
the dulcet tones? Malia Malau!
Of a
Malia Malau!
Wellingtonian, yeah.
Malia
But I must
Malau.
admit, it was actually nice to hear the little bit of commentary last night as the award was being announced.
It was.
And to hear your voice as well, Mizzy, as well, was pretty
Oh,
good.
thanks. As this one's down the
Not
leg
out.
side, appeal. I think maybe trying to get the a wide not given. That succeeded at least.
No, it was nice to hear the little bit of voiceover over the top of the award last night. It was a nice little touch.
This one again.
Ooh.
Oh, that one kept really low. What's going on with this Chatswood Oval pitch? I do not know.
Well, I think it's the 500 runs from yesterday, second grade, and Brewer Shield, and first grade.
Well, let's see. What was it?
Call me crazy, but
Well, let's see. We had 163 for Gordon in the first.
here comes the maths. Yes.
90 odd.
I don't like that.
The
Neither
93
do I.
for yourselves.
Mhm.
So there's another 260 odd.
Oh, that one's
More
out there.
delicate.
Off the outside edge, but they got the fielder back for that one.
And about 240 odd in the second game. So, yeah, you got almost 1,000 runs before this game even started.
Exactly.
And
No
now
wonder why
and now you're
it's dipping
looking
and
at
diving.
It's well
And
warm.
it's actually been sunny this weekend as well.
See, when I saw it this morning, there were little tufts of grass. I can guarantee you, if we go out there after the game, those tufts of grass ain't going to be there anymore.
Oh, and
Why
this one's
again?
down the leg side. Radar just off a little bit here, but it's not hurting them too much on the scoreboard.
But they all add up.
Because you also have to
Must have
remember,
been
it's
another
still,
120.
but you still have to bowl these overs, and the more times you have to be re-bowling the balls.
Well, this one's slashed away. This one finds the gap finally, and it
Told you she
rockets
can hit a
along the
ball.
field. Well, she found the gap, which helped. There's been a few glorious shots that have made the fielders. That one made that one made the boundary between point and backward point. Hartwell gets off the mark with a 4. 1 for 23 here. after 5 overs at Chatswood. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Triple H Sports coverage of New South Wales Women's Premier Cricket. Take a breath, Matt. Take a breath. We're here at Chatswood. We're here at Chatswood Oval. Gordon taking on Universities, whether you're listening here on 100.1 FM, you're listening on sports.triplehfm.com.au, or you're listening through the Gordon Women's Frog Box coverage.
Good job. You got them out.
Got it out there finally.
Hey.
We can also tell you in the ICC game up at the Gabba at the moment, Zimbabwe need 19 runs from 8 deliveries. They are 6 for 132, chasing Bangladesh's 7 for 150. Coming up later on is a doubleheader in Perth, Netherlands and Pakistan to kick off at 6 p.m. Sydney time.
I might watch that. That sounds interesting.
Well, there's certainly enough time tonight to watch lots of cricket.
All the cricket in the world.
Or the Gold Coast 500, which I'm missing right now, is the first ball here.
What's that one?
Car racing.
No.
As
Nope,
first
I'm
ball
good.
of the new bowler. Another more left arm spin here from this northern end.
Actually, I'll tell you who loves car racing. Erica. There you go.
There you go. She'll probably be watching it too, as the next one just goes on the bounce to the fielder and doesn't even try and make it down the other wicket. But that's pressure for you. Second wicket down now here for Unis. 2 for 23 here in the 6th.
Speaking of Erica James, have a guess who's walking out to the middle of the
Speak
pitch.
of the devil.
Club captain and player extraordinaire from...
With the most energy I've ever seen.
Has her own episode of Splinters, if I remember rightly,
She
too.
does. She does.
Make sure you check that out in the archives.
Might have a bit of
Don't
looking.
listen to the other person on the thing.
Oh, now. No, just saying that you might have to go back a little bit far to
Yeah.
find that.
But it was Voldemort that did the interview, wasn't it?
It was.
Settle down.
What do you want me to call him?
You could have just said it was someone else.
But
It's
it's all good. We'll
our
make
for-
sure you
our-
check that. Make
our
sure you
former
check that
head of
out.
sport
Make
did-
sure you check out that in the archives. But as I said, a long stalwart member of the Universities needs a big innings here today.
She definitely needs to lead by example. As I said, she played half the game in the seconds earlier and now needs to transfer that form over.
So we'll have a look at the pitch. There's a big appeal for LBW, but
First.
we'll wait. I know. Well,
She's
again,
gone leg buys. Oh.
it's like, where's the bat on that one? But it has been called leg buys, but luckily going down the leg side.
Oh, it definitely hit the pad. I just don't know where.
Again, another one keeping low outside off stump, but well defended out to short cover, no run.
You're now going to have to basically watch this ball, and obviously if you see one that actually does sit up, the very few that do, it needs to be dispatched. Otherwise you have to play every ball almost like it's a mully grubber. That's pretty much what it's doing at the moment. There is maybe 6 to 8 inches of bounce, not the normal foot and a half that you normally get.
Well, again, that one swept and swept hard, but well fielded out on the mid-wicket boundary. Another single to the total.
Starting to quiet down out in the field as well. I mean, a couple of voices coming up here and there, but generally pretty quiet.
Oh, goes the big swing there, trying to push the run rate. But another good over here for Gordon. 2 for 25 off the power play. I reckon they've probably halved maybe what Gordon got in their power play. But as I said, still plenty of time here with that target of 139. I said, you'd think, though, that those singles and twos now are more prevalent with the field moving back as well. Well, it doesn't even look like they're moving back. They're going to keep them up.
Yeah, it looks fairly consistent still. It doesn't look like there's been much of a change to the field. No, one
Oh, here you
person
go.
going back. Here we go. A bit of extra cover, perhaps.
Yeah, but it said that it's only you don't have to have 5 out as part of the
It's just an
power
option.
play.
It's
just
an
an
option.
option. But obviously Gordon has said at 2
Okay,
for
we've got 2 out.
25. Yeah, Gordon on 2 for 25, wanting to keep that advantage. Coming in 7th over from that from that southern end and well kept out, but right in the block hole.
There's a dog entering the field.
Well, why not? Where else is it going to go? Is it your dog? Did it run all the way?
Please don't.
Sorry, George's mum.
They made it to the Gold Coast, everybody. They made it.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yay!
Now they just can't drive anywhere. This one's on Lake Stump and
Now they've got to keep
pushed it
listening to me.
well, there's the car race on. It's closed half the roads. That's what I meant. Is no run there.
Okay.
They didn't time.
Well, we
their-
know where Matt would rather be.
Well,
I'd rather be sitting in the Q1 hotel myself watching the race.
Oh,
So
look at the beach and the cars and comes down the wicket again. But good bowling, pushing it out to extra cover. No run.
I know we're calling the cricket, but we also congratulations to Shane Van Gisbergen on winning the drivers championship this year for 2022.
Comes in, right arm over, full toss, but finds some vacant area. But again, can only just pick up a single. Now 2 for 26 here in the 7th, Unis.
You're going to have to try and almost take runs off every ball where they can. Obviously now being outside the power play, the field, if you get a couple of decent hits, you should be able to separate the field out.
Again, James tries to push this one through the offside, but again, good fielding.
I think we might be seeing a big swing somewhere.
Well, we saw one in the last
We
over.
did.
with the
It
big
didn't
swing, no
connect,
ding.
but
big
when
bush.
it connects, it is amazing.
Well, so who's in trouble? These people up under the shade at the other end?
Yeah, I'm guessing them, depending on where it's bowled.
Oh, this one's outside off again. Nice line and length, but picked up by that sweeper. Out at cover. That's James off the mark.
Keeps the strike.
Keeps the strike, yeah. 7 overs down here in the run chase. Target's 139. 2 for 27 off 7 here. Gibson's still there on 13. And they said James off the mark on 1.
Going
Just
back,
like the one on the back of her shirt. Sorry.
going back to the Gabba, the Zimbabweans need 5 off the last 2 balls with 3 wickets in hand to chase and defeat Bangladesh, who scored 7 for 150 in their opening innings. And they are a drinks break for the Women's Big Bash game down at Eastern Oval at Ballarat. Sixers scored 3 for 188. At the 10 over mark, Melbourne Renegades are 5 for 59.
Yeah, left arm spin continuing. That's got to be close.
Nope.
Oh, it's just turned back.
Shane's applauding that.
No.
Shane's saying this
No,
bat.
I'm
I
saying
don't think
this
there was
bat.
any
Oh.
bat near it.
Because
There was no bat near it. It just
It's-
turned front on the
I'm gonna
bats
let
in the
you
air.
two
it's not
have this
going.
one.
It's not going over the stumps.
Well, I think. Well, I don't know what it was doing, but I think you
Not going anywhere, evidently.
Well, James isn't going anywhere, so lucky for Unis. And then the next ball's going to end up on the commentary table as tries to go the big hoik, but can only find the fielder inside the circle, no run.
It was the right direction,
It was coming for it, but
just no elevation.
Well, yeah, don't necessarily need elevation, or at least a lot of it.
so where's this one going to end up? It just pushes back through to short cover. Good work here by Gordon, just tying down this run rate. It's the thing of T20, it's just like there's...
It's
if
such
you-
a strange format, if you think about it.
Well, you're not having, like I said, if you're a team like Gordon in this position, this one's pushed through hard again, they'll go up, but that one's
was
clearly down leg side. But it's a weird game. If you've got a team like this with a big target, sometimes it's just keep dotting them up. Wickets don't really matter too much.
Can you imagine if the 100 came to Australia? That'd be so interesting.
Oh, this
Told
one's
ya.
gone
You
big.
said a big hit.
That one's gone. Oh, drops just
Told
short of the
ya.
pickets, but the cones are out. So that will be the first 6 of the innings. They do play the 100 in England. If you're the junior Effingham
aware of
teams, they do play the 100. It
Mhm.
is quite interesting to watch because I don't think the kids know half the time what's going on. Parents have to tell them as this one's played around the leg side. The fielder almost takes out the square leg umpire, but ends up being all okay. But it's
But
another
stops
single
the
to
ball,
level.
that's what. And everyone is A-OK.
Yeah, well, big over there for Unis. They're now up to 2 for 37 off 8. James moves along to 8 Gibson there on 13, but I don't know. As I said, they are playing it in the juniors over in England. Whether I don't know if it'll make it into any seniors cricket. It is still like the
I
T20
still have
is
mixed
still
feelings
T20.
about it. I still have mixed feelings.
They do play. They said they do play T20, so it's sort of a midweek. There's been no talk that I'm aware of. I said I was there this year, but there's no talk of turning that into a 100 type game. But you never know what the ECB might decree. But
So it's pretty. Just remind me, the 100 is pretty much.
It's the 16.2.
Yeah,
because it's 100 balls.
100
Yeah.
balls.
So
it's
it's 16.2
yeah.
overs. That's what the naysayers call
Yeah,
it. the
or you could really
16.2.
say
I like that. That's a better way of thinking about it
Or
than
you
just
could-
100 balls.
Well,
or
they
you
don't
could-
bowl 6 ball overs. They bowl
Or,
5.
yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
or you think of it as 25 ball overs, but where, correct me if I'm wrong, you can bowl 2 lots of 5.
Yeah, they bowl 10.
consecutively,
They
yeah.
bowl 10 They bowl 10, but you can split it up between 2 bowlers bowling 5 each.
Yeah.
I need to look up these rules. I'm confused.
I'm confused, and I've been to 100 gamers. This one is just pushed back to the bowler, no run. Yeah, it is a bit confusing, and you watch the graphics on TV, and it's like it's nothing like there's these big bars, and it's like runs, wickets. You're like, just don't want to know who's winning.
And then the referee and the umpire pulls out the white card to say if you're bowling 10 balls straight.
This one's
There
short.
are cards involved too?
There is cards, but this one's hoiked away by James. It makes the boundary. I think she's gonna have to keep playing these shots if unis are a chance.
No, that's the one weird thing I've found is like where normally obviously you can't bowl normally 2 overs straight, but the little yellow put the white card up and says, "Yep, this bowler's going to bowl another 5 straight."
Sometimes I feel like holding a white card up, but generally, whoa.
Well, I like the white flag as this one just drops in front of the fielder out there at backward square. Spins a little bit away, but doesn't
Did
cost
well to
a team.
recollect it, though.
Yeah, didn't cost a team an extra run.
Did well to recollect it with the scampering across the ground to try and recollect it and everything.
The wind's starting to pick up here at Chatswood as the sun disappears behind the bowling club. As this one's played on open face out to the fielder at cover there, sweeping. Another single to the total.
Back to the ICC Men's World T20 game. Zimbabwe need 4 runs off 1 ball, and the last ball is a free hit.
Oh,
Oh, mate.
they're harder, I feel. Is that got to be close? Just putting
Down
the
low.
pads in front of the bowler.
Erica
Served up on the platter as well.
Erica had the right idea. She wanted to try and sit there and flick it down leg side and maximise the opportunity.
This one comes down the wicket. This one's played away, but there's a fielder there and taken. The fielder down there looking behind, maybe someone there.
The person
Oh,
behind's
the
like,
one
"What?"
person, the one person behind. Yeah, I took it, and they're just sitting there looking like confused. But it is the 3rd wicket to fall here at Chatswood Oval. The Unis 3 for 40, chasing that 139 target.
Now this will be interesting.
Oh, here we go.
The pocket rocket is striding to the crease.
Wasn't she opening the batting?
What?
No.
When?
I don't know.
When you-
Last
what?
time we
I've never-
called, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, but Zoe Benjamin is walking to the middle to join up with Gibson at the moment.
What's the combox going to be like if she gets a 6 away?
But obviously
Supportive.
Well, obviously,
No.
it's not going to be a bad
we.
reaction.
But obviously I've never had the opportunity to see Zoe bat in the game. What is she normally? Is she like the one that just wants to
Nerdler.
to noodle it around the field, or is she one of these ones that's like, oh, there's one there, I'm going to try and belt the living you know what out of it?
She will generally start off with a bit of here and there running between the wickets, and then as she gets more comfortable, it will be bigger shots.
Well, they need 100 off 13 overs, and they might need to get a little bit into her innings quite quickly.
Well, it is T20. I mean, I haven't really played alongside her in shorter formats. I've generally been alongside her in longer formats, especially coming through 2nd grade as well. But no, I reckon she can get going pretty quickly as well. I mean, she's been around the club quite a bit too. for quite a few years. She is actually, in 7 games' time, she will be our most capped player.
She did mention this when I was
She's
having a
mentioned
chat
it to everybody.
When she was having a chat. She did want to see if she could delay it so it could be our next call. I said you'd have to talk to the Prez, but
I don't think that's possible unless you just don't play. But
we'll find her a game
last week
somewhere
it
else.
was, I think, 8 games. So now she is down to 7. 7 more games. She'll be the most capped universities player in history.
And how long until we have that next game for the uni women?
It's the
My
last
maths is
game
not
before
great.
Christmas, we're calling.
18th of December?
As the first delivery there
November?
comes into
December. I don't know.
So that makes it
offside,
what,
no run.
six rounds?
Something like that.
Let's
I don't
find out.
know.
Okay, so she's going to basically have to double up one weekend.
You guys cover me. I'm gonna check.
I think she could be a chance. Maybe she'll have to get here at 9 o'clock as well for a game.
Judging
That
by my
counts.
calculations, the game before will be her
Oh.
most capped game.
Well, as I said, we can maybe we'll maybe a slight hammy pull 1 week, keep her out as
You're not supposed to wish injury on
Gibson's.
anybody.
I didn't say she actually had to get hurt.
No,
As
but,
they pick up 2 here.
Drop selection.
no, but you can understand where Matt's coming from because you see it in the NRL. Some players want to have their milestone
suspended.
games at home instead of being on the away for that weekend.
Mm.
Gibson on strike, comes down the wicket, flicked off the toes, but picks up that fielder next to the umpire, no run.
Nicely played as well. Nice little shot.
We can tell you that Bangladesh have got away with the winning the game by 3 runs. Zimbabwe finishing at 8 for 147, chasing Bangladesh's 7 for 150.
This one again, just play it back to the bowl. A little fumble there, but doesn't do any damage to the scoreboard.
Also in the women's Big Bash, Sydney Sixers 3 for 188. 12 overs in. Melbourne Renegades are 5 for 92.
And this one's flicked, and this will beat the fielder there. It's going to have a long chase down to that fine leg boundary. Dives.
Ooh.
Good piece of fielding. I don't know if I'd
Ouch.
recommend going in head first. But
Not
they
highly
will pick
recommended
up
by
3.
anyone.
They pick up 3. There you go.
See? Pocket
She's
rocket.
not
Told
a
ya.
pocket rocket for nothing.
I was just watching the head first into the ground.
She was absolutely motoring
Looked like the
through
knee
there.
kind of dug in a little bit there.
Well, I think, went down on the knee and then, goes forward. So I don't slide. I'd just dig in with the knee and I wouldn't be getting up for 2 weeks. If we were fielding next week at Kalani, if I'm still there on Monday when you come out to supervise the kids, just
Help you up.
help me up, please.
Or report a strange man in the field.
Someone to come and help me as Benjamin flicks this one away down to fine leg. They'll look for 2. Gets the legs pumping. Good work there. Gets off the mark with 2. No leg buys. Will deny.
Oh,
Deny.
lucky.
Oh,
Sir.
there's a bit of aggravation towards the umpire, but that will finish
From
8
who?
overs here. Aggravation towards the umpire.
Yeah.
Now 3 for 47 here. Gibson on 19. Benjamin yet to get off the mark.
I must say, the temperature has dropped at least 5 degrees now.
It has.
It's fairly cold. It's 20 degrees. I think it was about...
I think it's lying.
We got to 20. We got to 26.
Might be 20 in the sun. It's not
True.
20
I
here
mean,
in the,
what
in
did
the
they say?
commentary
Like, when
area.
you're looking at the weather forecast, you never look at the temperature. You look at what it feels like.
Yeah, good old
It
bomb.
does not feel like 20.
We love the bomb. As again, this one coming in from the southern end and just pushed out to the fielder at cover. No run.
All right, so fairly aggressive field set here.
What's that? That one just takes the outside edge, but good fielding there. Keeps it to 1.
And she lost her hat and glasses too.
3 for 48.
I was like, what's that falling off? Oh, okay.
I'm saying this is the 11th because they keep muddling these overs of.
Yeah, I
whether
don't
it's
actually
1
know what
before.
over it is.
Well, I'd say 10 overs are gone because they started from that far end, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to say this is the 11th. If I'm wrong, I don't know.
So be it.
I've got no play cricket to go off. Play HQ as Benjamin just pushes at this one. Fielded by Heidi Cheadle coming up from around the stumps. Dot ball.
Just a slight height difference when Zoe stands next to Heidi. So
Oh, goes the big hoik on that one, but it somehow finds its way to backward point.
Came off the. I don't know what it came off, to be completely honest.
She tried to hoik it.
I need some binoculars so I could just
scoreboard.
sit here and figure it out.
Analyse the game.
Yes, that.
Well, there you go. That one's pushed to short
oh,
cover.
oh.
Yeah, again, I think
Oh,
Heidi.
yeah.
I think Heidi will be having a bit of a chat there. I
God,
think.
Heidi's copping a
Yeah.
beating out there.
Yeah. Do they sell binoculars on the Gold Coast? Maybe that can be your present when your parents come back.
I have an income. I'll just buy my own.
Nah.
Just give Kutniak a call. He'll
Oh,
always have
not
some-
these ones. As
Oh,
this one's
shot.
hoiked away just over the head of Shortman Wicket, only for the single. Good fielding. Well, talking Mr. Kutniak, we will be calling next week Northern Districts versus Hawkesbury at Asquith Oval. We're hoping to have a celebrity appearance by Mr. Kutniak at some stage
Oh, I thought you
throughout the
meant
day.
me, and I'm like, well, we will be at like Story or something. So
That's
maybe.
2 weeks, isn't that
I
time,
don't
I think.
know. Where are we next week? That's a great question.
That's a great question. Well, we know at least where we'll be at Triple Eight Sport.
Well done, Matt. Well done. That's
That's
probably like
3 for 49
things
off
first.
11.
Next weekend, you're at Bill Ball Oval.
we're out. Actually,
I don't know where that is.
Penrith.
Have fun.
That's the number 2 field out there.
Have fun going to Penrith.
Ah.
Or you could be at Asquith Oval with us.
It's not a bad field, that Bill Ball.
It
Oval,
actually
but
isn't, to be completely honest. It's
Isn't
maintained pretty well.
Yeah.
So
It's just not as big as
Go to
Hal.
Panthers afterwards.
maybe.
They have the big game area downstairs. It's great.
So does Hornsby RSL.
That's upstairs. As first ball here pushed out to offside, no run. Is that where we're going afterwards?
Of course.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, plug the station sponsors.
No, Georgia just wants a halloumi burger.
I do. I'm
Halloumi burger, isn't it?
nothing
Doesn't it
wrong
have
with that.
3 H's in front of it now?
Yeah.
Or is that what we're going to
Oh,
make sure there is? And that's a flick
Oh,
by
shot
Zoe.
Zoe.
Gets it
Now
past the
who's
fielder at
impartial?
backward point. It was a good shot. I've said everyone's played a good shot, but they pick up 2 there. Caution to the wing here as they need to do.
It is
That
windy.
run rate is picking up.
mm-hmm.
Oh, there goes the hoik.
Oh,
Taken.
unfortunate.
They needed to press the run rate here, Universities.
I don't think she saw the player out there, to be completely honest.
Well,
Either
looking
way.
disappointed. It's still out. That's another wicket down, and as I said, they're only 51 in the 12th over. 139 looks a long, long way away.
Well,
Looks like the skipper's coming out now to join Miss Gibson.
she certainly is. Izzy Afaras is headed out, and she is there. We will be finding out as much information as possible, of course, because you never want to go in blind in these situations. I always make it a point to find out as much as possible.
Yeah.
If the batsman who got out isn't being as helpful, then it can be a little bit tough.
No, you always seem to see it that they'll sit there and have that 10, 15, 20-second discussion on what the bowler's doing at the moment. Is it sitting up? Is it staying down?
Yeah.
All that. Doesn't matter whether you're playing.
Because I went out, I said, "What's it doing?" Nothing. Oh, I was like,
Thanks.
I was like, "How do I take this? Like, is it literally doing nothing,
Thanks
or
for the help.
not notice?" I thought, well, really wasn't doing much. So, it was actually good feedback.
And we'll get
Accurate feedback.
We'll get you to Boomtown one day. As the skipper new to the crease on strike, even though they'd run the one. The new ICC laws as this one's pushed out to square leg, no run.
I must admit, that's one of the rules I do like. The fact that you
Finally, there's a rule that comes in that advantages the bowler. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who's on that ICC committee now that's actually making rulings that are good for bowlers?
Ricky Ponning's one of the
We
law
all
committee.
love Ricky.
We love Ricky.
This one's played out into the fielder at short cover. No urgency yet, just trying to get the lay of the land.
The guys that I know that are on that committee said obviously Ricky Ponting from Australia. You've also got, I think it's one of the Cairns brothers that's on there as well.
Cairns brothers.
But one of.
It's again just pushed to mid-on. Good fielding there, hustling in, cutting off the single. As 12 overs now gone, 4 for 51. Gibson still there on 20, not out, but said that 139 is looking a long, long way away.
Yeah, this looks
Some
interesting.
painkillers.
Heidi's taking a couple of Panadols and some water. I'd say
Well,
with the amount of
well,
balls that
yeah,
have been,
so
that have battered her
It's
arms
going to look
and
like
legs
she's
and
been a
shoulders.
paintball this weekend, probably.
Nothing wrong with skirmish, but yeah, you
Well,
prefer,
there's
prefer
something
it
wrong
to
with the
be-
bruises.
You prefer it to be choice to be inflicted, but not having cricket balls, which are a lot larger and leave a bigger bruise on you at the moment. But
As we start over 13 here from the southern end. It's played again out onto the offside, no run.
heading over to Drummoyne Oval for another one of the women's first grade Premier Cricket matches. Sydney women batting first, 7 for 108. Bankstown, 3 for 28 in reply, and that's after 10.4 overs.
Swept nicely, but again, fielders down there covering on the square leg boundary. Just picks up another single, 4 for 52. When's in your professional opinion, when's the go button get pressed? To try and get...
Honestly, I think it should have been pressed already.
Okay, fair enough.
But I mean, with constant wickets falling, you do have to be slightly. Oh, hello, let's call that one.
Well,
You do have
it
to
did
be
come. There was a few steps down the wicket. We'll
No.
wait
Oh,
for the call.
no,
there
not
we go.
really.
No, the umpire did stick the
Okay.
hand out there.
You just got to watch when they do come down the wicket. But yeah, that's probably a fair
Oh,
one.
she took probably a step forward, but that's about it.
Was advancing. I said you just have to watch. I didn't say it was nullifying that it could be a no ball.
I
It
don't-
could be
I-
a no ball.
I don't think it really mattered because obviously you have FDC on the front of your playing kit, and that's
Mm.
about where it was going to land.
Oh, I think I was going to land.
Oh, takes it there. There's a
Free
run.
hit.
Maybe
Never mind.
not. Yeah, well, it was a free hit. We
Yeah,
know it's not
yeah.
out, but
I
I'm
know,
just
'cause
saying.
I
I'm
was
just like, I'm
thinking
just saying-
that.
Well,
I
you
had
need
to remind
you need
myself.
Yeah, you need to get your head around the free hit rule again. But we
I'm
were
never
watching
out there
for the
them,
single.
so
Yeah.
I'm always out there with support. So it's like, do good, have fun. I'm here for you.
So we just wait for the stumps to get rearranged.
We can also tell you in the women's big backs game down in Ballarat, Melbourne Renegades need 71 off 34 balls. They're 5 for 118, chasing 189 for the victory against the Sydney Sixers women.
Go Sixers. As much as we would love to be at North Sydney Oval on Wednesday, maybe we can go as spectators as comes down to wicket again. Look for the stumping. Called wide. Well and truly down the leg side. Now, I don't know if we'll be getting to WBBL calls, but maybe if there's no... Maybe if ABC or whoever's been calling these games don't want to, we can put our hand up. It is the Sydney Smash, though, so there would probably be some interest in that
I
one.
think there'd be a lot of interest in that already.
Well, moved from Blacktown only in the last week or so.
Mhm.
As this one's hoiked down the
Oh,
ground.
totally.
Luckily for Gibson, land short, and they'll run through for the quick single. But I said I watched a couple of those games out at Bankstown. It's a venue that you wish they'd use more, but the pitch, it's just, I don't know what, maybe with the AFL that they play there throughout the winter, and just maybe it's just too early in the year to get those pitches up to an acceptable standard. As this one again, it's just played down the ground, can't get through for a single as much as they try.
It almost looks like that the deck out at Blacktown International is a drop-in because it's
Yeah.
just the way that it is there.
But
But
it's not. That's the problem.
It shouldn't be.
It's not a drop in, but they do say as this ball is, they do pick up a single as they just get it wide of the fielder at mid on. They do say that it gets a lot of traffic that maybe affects it early in the summer, but they said we know the ones at North Sydney are the drop ins, and they've been playing very nicely early in the season. So I think they get a good, even for a Wednesday night, I think they'll get a good crowd there at North Sydney.
Oh, agreed. It'll be a solid crowd. Can guarantee that.
I can't wait when they play the men's Big Bash game there in January.
True.
That's
Sixes galore.
That's going to absolutely sell out.
You just make sure that you're not parked anywhere near North Sydney Oval. If
you're on Miller Street, good luck. You may be making a call to the an
So some
insurance
assistance,
call.
yeah.
Well, that is 4 for 57 off 13 now, as this one's down the leg side, first ball of the 14.
Called wide.
It is called wide, but it has beaten everybody. Gets onto those practice wickets at the southern end, so 5 runs there to the total, and still 6 balls to come.
It's a good start for your ladies there, Georgia. But yeah, but as Matt said, once it hits those that practice square, good luck trying to stop it, unless you're diving and going head first.
And that's going to hurt.
Into it.
That's going to hurt either way.
When you're that far in front, no.
No, thank you.
This one's well kept out by the skipper, but good fielding at backward point, no run.
A double wicket's fallen down at Ballarat for the women's game. Melbourne Renegades are currently 6 for 120. Rhiannon O'Donnell, apparently again, because they got the names wrong in the book.
Big appeal here.
She hit that into her pad.
Yeah. Not out. Well, still a big appeal.
I know, it was a huge appeal. Actually, the appeals in the Brewer Shield were really impressive.
Young lungs, they're good.
It just shows you that the scoring system doesn't always reflect the level of game that you're actually playing.
This one again can just be played down the ground. Quick single. Oh, almost takes out those stumps. Maybe would be home. Maybe would not. But good pressure there by the fielder at mid-on.
Yes, because originally when we looked at the score a few overs ago and it showed Rhiannon O'Donnell being out before, it was actually Georgia Prestwich who was out, but Rhiannon O'Donnell has just been dismissed.
Gibson comes down the wicket.
She got a
played
second
nicely.
go. That's not fair.
As I said, not every single scorer every single time gets the teams right. We make mistakes and we call players by the wrong name or wrong number, which we always apologise for. So
in a very timely manner as well.
Unfortunately, things just happen that you can't control.
We're human.
Again, down leg side, wide, called again.
Ow.
On the back of the calf muscle too.
Heidi will think that finally someone else is copying a bruise that's not her, but I said
Izzy's had absolutely no reaction at all, so
it was just
$2 a rub.
It was like hit. Well,
don't want that fine. Yeah, Gibson on strike. What can she do? She goes the hoik.
Did that carry?
I don't. Well, we were blocked by the fielder. That Gordon is celebrating.
By her lying on the ground, it looked like she was like, "Oh, damn!" Like didn't quite make it. But obviously they're celebrating it. They're
celebrating. That's 5 down now for 66 here. The Unis. As I said, this game's starting to drift away.
No, well, the square leg umpire also gave the
soft signal.
The soft signal about, and obviously the umpire behind the bowler is giving it out as well, which always good to see that the two umpires working together. You don't always get that opportunity. The umpire may be unsighted, but obviously had a clear effort at it. Just unfortunate there for Gibson, who was batting quite well, but is now making her way back into the away sheds. And
as we pull up to 6 o'clock here on Triple H, if you stay tuned for 7 Sunday nights with Callum, he's spectacular. For Sunday nights
awesome.
with Halloween.
Love it.
With Halloween coming up tomorrow, we might even get a little bit spooky on the bench if we stop giving ourselves a pat on the back for those 2 hours. But
scoreboards are gone again.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. We've got a rugby union game on now. We've got Sydney University taking on Northern Suburbs.
And the scoreboard's changed itself. Well, good boy scores. We know that Izzy Afaras was on about 4, maybe 3. 3. There we go. Oh, we're back.
It's back. I don't think that total's right, though. But no,
they're in like 60s somewhere.
It is the end of another
66.
over. we will give you a score as the scoreboard updates. Technology is not working for us today. At least we're coming through to you here loud and clear.
Our
on
technology
Triple H.
works.
Well, sometimes.
Now it's working.
Now, at this present time, it is working, even though we're not using half of it. I feel glad that I set it all up.
Good job.
Good job.
Thumbs up for you.
Well, I got the bloody remote headphones. I might as well set them up even if no one uses them. As first ball here of the new over gets pushed to mid on. Another single to the total. You know this team well enough. Is there any boom boom town left in the bottom of this order to get this scoreboard ticking along?
From what I remember, from what I recall being in the team, it's fairly
What,
strategic.
last week?
It's only been 7 days.
And a lot has happened in 7 days, gents. Seriously. I've created a lot of lessons in 7 days.
It's not 6 leading hitting lessons. Is that one's pushed back down to the bowler, no run?
Ouch. Ouch. There's a lot of strategic playing from what I know. So playing into the gaps as well. There is...
Oh, that one just lands short of the fielder at mid-wicket. They run through for another single.
I know Sarah Bryan can definitely hit a long ball. And there are a few players who can strategically do it. So the tail wags. The tail can wag, I can guarantee that. How much it's going to wag, I don't know. I'm not psychic.
Well, this one, again, just gets pushed into the onside. I don't
That
know
was
how
an unnecessary time.
I don't think that was the one that you wanted. That was not a shot you wanted to see after that comment.
Oh, mate.
I'd be trying to hit
I love
it
a
into
dive,
that nice
but
Triple H.
it's
I'd
gotta
be
be
trying to
warranted.
hit in that nice Triple H sign in front of the... maybe we should do one of those old Mercantile Mutual Cups if they hit the sign, as this one just gets played over towards
Like the
the
Big
Triple
Bash,
H sign.
the celebrity who'd stand up there and be like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
no.
ready to catch it, and no one
No
caught
one
it.
ever... The ball never ever went near the celebrity.
I know, it was so awkward. It was a really awkward time in Big Bash history. But yeah, there are signs, I know also in video games, and they're like, hit me, and all that kind of thing. And then in baseball, they do those signs. So that might be something to bring back.
Well, that one is gone aerial, but again, just finds the fielder out there on the boundary. Another single to the total. Maybe we need to bring the sign to David
hiccups.
Phillips. Everything's happening here today. But
an eventful
maybe
day.
when we come to David Phillips, we'll bring the sign. We'll see if there's a prize. Maybe the wireless headphones thing, we never use those. There's another over down now here for the Unis. 5 for 70 here as the sun starts to glare on the scoreboard. That's the last thing I need. Can this game ever be over?
Well, if we were playing the 100.
Yeah, we'd almost be up to 16.2.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, gosh. Poor Matt. He's copping it left, right, and centre.
I blame Kiwi. Where is he?
Off enjoying himself.
Bastard.
I'm enjoying myself too. Come on. What more could you want? I have spent my whole Sunday I've been here since 7:30 until now playing cricket and watching cricket. What more could you? And commentate. All cricket related. What more could you want with your life?
I don't know.
I don't want an answer. Let's leave that as a rhetorical question.
All right, there's the
To be
first
shining the award.
Yeah.
keep it nice and pristine.
Yeah.
Well, another dot ball.
Oh,
there.
there's food over there.
Well, the barbecue was on before.
No, it's food of some
It's
kind.
it's one of the uni mums.
Yeah, I
bringing
know.
up
I'm
the
like,
food.
I just don't know what it is. I really want it.
As
Looks
that
like-
ball is. I'm surprised you haven't abandoned us yet to go find out. It's,
I'm a professional.
been
That
a very
hurt,
professional
guys.
call today.
That hurt.
You missed both the openers when we came.
I have dual duties here today. We
Okay.
know that.
Okay.
I run a cricket club as
Oh,
well.
here you go. Look, you don't even have to worry about
Oh.
leaving. One of the mums is literally about to walk over and
No.
walk straight
this is
past.
even better. Just run straight past. Doesn't even offer anything.
That's
But it
fine.
does look like a caramel chocolate fudge slice.
Oh, no, that'll ruin my figure.
As this one actually
Thank
beats
you for
the
not making a
fielder.
remark with that one, guys.
Well, I could actually call the game when something happens, as this one beats the fielder down to
nice
fine
2
leg.
runs.
But it said good fielding as well by Gordon.
2 leg buys.
Leg buys.
Oh,
They still count as runs to the total.
oh, unfortunate.
Also, just a huge shout out, Benny from the Gordon women, who's just made his way back from the Margaret Peden under 15 trials. Thank you very much for allowing us to be able to call and use the frog box setup.
Well, this one's played past the
shots.
fielder inside the circle. Where's that one been?
It's going to the boundary.
It's gone to the boundary.
boundary.
When he listens
Oh,
back, no,
no.
they've
No.
pulled it in.
I think he should have already over.
I don't know. We're
I
not
don't
that
know.
far
I
away.
know. See, if I had binoculars, I'd be able to see.
Well, they're going to give ourselves a high five. The umpires are looking at each other.
They look really confused.
Well, it's
No,
not
they're-
like it's tight, so they're gonna play the two. But we do thank Benny. Hopefully, he doesn't go and listen to the coverage back on the frog box. He might regret that decision later. As full toss here is played into the gap. This is a good shot.
Save your legs on that one.
There's the 4.
There's the 4. We only had to wait one
there
more
it
ball.
is. We got there. We
Where's
got
the
it.
music? When we were here last week, they had the boombox upstairs. We had the music.
You also
for
had a
every
lot
shot.
of yelling while you were here last week.
Yeah, there
as
was a
well.
lot of
there was some choice language that did unfortunately.
But Sydney Tigers did enjoy our coverage last
did.
week.
Okay.
We-
Did they
I have
tell
the
you
message.
that, or-
Yes, I have the Facebook message to
Okay,
prove
just
it.
checking. Just checking.
we did get some good feedback from them. So.
That's
But
good.
Kiwi was here, so obviously he kept us in line. As this one, good.
I thought
forward
you
face
kept
of
him in
defence.
line.
No.
Okay, just checking.
End of another over here at Chatswood Oval. That's where we are. 5 for 79 here as we get down to the final couple of overs.
Shout out to the bloke who just walked past with the Manchester United hat. Yes.
Yep. But we can tell you in the early game over at Perth Stadium, Optus Stadium as we would normally call it, the Netherlands had won the toss and they are going to bat against Pakistan. That game to start very shortly. Scheduled for 6 o'clock. It's just gone 6:01.
Minute behind schedule.
They're in Perth.
When have you seen an ICC tournament ever under time? Yes, 6 o'clock Eastern.
I don't know. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because there is a game to follow after that
At 10.
at
yeah.
10 o'clock.
Which is 7
10 o'clock Sydney time,
7 o'clock Perth
which
time.
See,
is
the reason-
India, South Africa.
The reason I have seen games start late is because they couldn't find the ball. There's your issue.
Yeah, ICC tournament. Yeah, can't find the ball.
Hey,
For an
it can happen.
For an ICC tournament where you have 24 brand new white kookaburra balls, you can't find one?
All right, then it's which one are we going to use?
No,
As
because
this ball pushed out onto the offside, pick up a single.
Ooh, that was a loopy throw.
because normally the captain and,
Pre-selects it.
and usually the lead bowler will pre-select their ball to use for each innings, which is done before the start of the game.
You go left arm round the wicket, pushed on the onside, but again finds the fielder.
Well, since we are speaking about umpires, obviously
Were we?
we're talking about selecting the cricket balls and that. We do know that Claire Polisak is actually the third umpire for both of the games tonight.
Cool. There you go.
One of our leading female umpires in the New South Wales Association.
She trained me.
Shane's bestie.
Also, one of the only few female umpires to actually umpire in a men's World ICC T20 or 50 over one-day World Cup.
Oh, this one's hit hard. Beats the fielder there. They'll look for 2 as the ball rolls down towards the boundary, but it is picked up well and truly inside. They will pick up 2 though.
It's a bit weird, Matt, because obviously we were here last week watching the men's game, and they were playing on the pitch closest to the scoreboard, and they're now playing on the second pitch closest to the grandstand where we are.
That one's kept out well.
And it's playing totally different. You think on the centre square, you think it'd still be a fairly similar setup, but last week the balls weren't staying as low as what they are today. Unless you look at it and say, okay, fair enough. We've had a decent amount of sun this week.
A lot of sun, for that matter.
I'm not used to this amount of sun. But it is the end of another over. 5 for 83. I'm going to say that's 17 overs down.
Also down in the women's Big Bash game at Eastern Oval, Melbourne Renegades need 47 off 11 deliveries. They are now 7 down for 142. They are chasing Sydney Sixers women's score up 3 for 188.
As we wait, over 18 starts here, and again they take the quick single to mid on.
Oh.
Little bit of a fumble there, lets them get home.
No, this is where you
Oh,
need the
it's over
boom.
17?
This is where you need the boom.
This should be
town.
over. This should be over 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is where you need the boom town to really start. As you can see, almost all the field is now inside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to go the boom town, but picks out the one
The
fielder
one
on
fielder.
The
Outside
one
the
deep
circle.
fielder.
the one fielder on the leg side boundary.
But literally, everyone is all but, like, most of them are at about 23, 24 yards from the bat. But if you can get anywhere outside that
So if
ring, you should be able to score
Yeah.
3 or 4.
So you can get it over mid on or fine leg. Is tries to go down the leg side, but called wide. So even if you just get a little bit of wood on that one, it would roll away on those practice wickets down towards the southern end.
Oh.
Oh, that one's come off the middle, and it's
Exactly.
found the gap. 4 more runs to the total.
It's always
Making-
fun signalling to the umpire, like, yeah, that was 4.
It's hit the fence.
Shh. I can have some fun.
Sure.
It's allowed.
Wait, what?
We can also tell you another wicket has fallen down at the women's Big Bash. Renegades are now 8 for 144, chasing 188.
Well, that one again, they've pushed the fielder back from inside the circle, so just one this time. 5 for 90 here. 40 off about, or 49 off 15, 14 deliveries.
You try and do the maths in your head.
That's what Kiwi's supposed to be here for.
A lot off
He
a
writes
little.
it all down.
Oh, there's a shot over the top.
Well, Kaya's not going to, she's not going to just sit and wait. She's like, right, I'm going to be the catalyst for change here. Here we go.
Well, what's the worst thing that happens at the moment?
You get out.
Honestly, you get out, or you go down swinging, and instead of having your
Well, you don't swing and get dropped.
your net run rate go from maybe a minus 60 down to, say, if you lose by 20, it's still a loss, but it's a more respectable loss.
Well, that's gone boomtown, but again, just picks out the fielder, this time inside the circle. As I said, metre either side, and there was runs, but that is the end of 18 here. 5 for 93. Chasing that target of 139 set by Gordon earlier in the day.
46 off 12. Yeah, it is still possible.
This is when we need boomtown. This is
I feel like you might need to clarify for listeners what boomtown is.
This is
Well, I think it's pretty simple. When they need like 4 runs a ball, they
is-
need to be finding the boundary.
this is
There,
where you,
thank you.
this is where you need Erica back in when she was hitting the ball and
Yeah, true.
hitting the long bombs straight
That
down
is
to the
true.
fence. So where Zoe Benjamin's just stuck her head outside the visitor change room door and giving us this most weird look. It's like,
She
what are
doesn't.
you
She
guys
loved us
talking about?
before, but doesn't want to
And
associate.
now
us
she
with
doesn't
us
want to
now.
be anywhere near us.
Just does not want to associate with us at all now. Don't blame her.
This is interesting. Going on with a bit of spin here. So
Let's
unless
keep the pace off the ball. Said the left armers have been good.
I don't
for
know. That had
Gordon.
a lot of base on it.
Well,
It was like a catapult.
yeah, but it's
the
also
left arm spinners have been good for Gordon.
yeah. But the thing is the ball is full. There's no bounce to it. So if you can see you hit the ball, like
See
we've
ball,
seen
hit
it
ball.
through
It's as
today,
simple as that.
you can punch it through the ring here and you'll get the 4s.
Oh, this one's high.
Oh,
Oh,
And safe.
Unlucky. I think just sitting in that
I think
spot.
it swirled a little bit as well.
But it's
'cause,
also
yeah.
that spot where just on the edge of the shadow and the light as well. If it's swirling around there,
It doesn't help.
doesn't help your depth perception. This one's played nicely into the gap on the onside. But again, the fielder will come in from that sweeper boundary. As the sun does look like it's come out a little bit more here in
Came
this
to play.
the twilight here of our Sunday evening here on Triple H 100.1 FM.
I am getting messages that the coverage is very entertaining, so I think we should keep it up.
Well, it looks like it's on the second attempt. Tries to go over the offside.
Unfortunate.
But the fielder at mid-on does get around there. Took 2 grabs, but that is the 7th wicket down. I'm glad we're entertaining. We might not be informative. We are trying to call a cricket game, but at least you're keeping you entertained for your Sunday evening here. Make sure you also stay tuned for Callum.
Laughs on a Sunday, always worth it.
Yeah, well, I said, and you can get spooktacified with Callum with Sunday nights for 7 o'clock.
Now, how hard was that to say?
I don't know what I'm saying. Spookified? I'm trying to work out what's an actual legible word to describe what that will be tonight. It'll be spooky.
Terrifying.
A spectacular show.
Spooktacular.
Oh, man, you two.
But
Can we go? Are we going trick-or-treating before the pitch tomorrow?
I don't. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Here we go. Maybe wait till we finish the game.
Oh, man. And I think for you to go trick-or-treating, possibly not.
Yeah, I'll get in trouble.
they've
I get in trouble for everything, so I might as well just do it and get in trouble.
Either that or
New
you're gonna
batters
get-
on strike.
You're going to
and,
get some very strange looks.
Well, there
You
was
can go
some.
as a radio commentator.
There was some
Just
strange.
wear my headset.
There were
I
some
won an
strange.
award, don't you know?
There were some strange older teenagers running around doing Halloween last night in DY.
A couple of days early?
The big parties are on the Saturday night. As that's 19 overs down now, 6 for 96. I'm gonna say just a bridge too far, George.
Just a tad. Oh, yeah, well, it's very... No, I mean, I can't even justify it.
They're getting close.
43 off 6. Like that's fine.
Hey, they've got
She'll be right.
a lot closer than what it was when we were looking at it a
True.
few overs ago.
True.
Also, another wicket has fallen down at the Women's Big Bash game in Melbourne. Renegades 9 for 151. Sarah Coit, the last wicket to fall, caught by Ash Gardner off Maitland Brown, who has taken 4 wickets. Lauren Cheadle has taken 3. Ash Gardner's also taken a wicket.
Maitland Brown seems to be taking a lot of wickets, but at like 12 runs and over. So I don't quite know what's going on with her.
Like, you know, it's a, like, you know, it's great to get wickets, but if it's expensive, it's not really helping then, is it?
You know, first ball of the 20th over, pushed out onto the offside. They will go the quick single.
Oh, Easy almost wore that.
Everybody almost caught that with the umpire, the bowler. Just rocketed into the square.
The batsman.
We can now tell you that the Sixers have actually won that game
Go Sixers.
by 37 runs. Melbourne Renegades 9
Bring
for
on.
151,
Bring on
chasing the
Wednesday.
128.
Can we make Wednesday Halloween trick-or-treating at North Sydney?
It is. It's cricket trick-or-treating.
Big appeal here, hitting the pad, but they'll scamper through. We'll wait for the signal from the
For a
umpire.
leg by.
It is a leg by, maybe just hitting outside off stump. Can they make the 100? Not the 16.2. I meant the actual.
I was like, we're a
total.
couple of overs away. Like,
The total of 100.
yeah, I reckon. Just if it's going to be off the bat or leg buys,
Doesn't matter.
that's the other thing.
Doesn't matter. Well, they're trying with that one, but again, just finds the fielder. 6 for 98 here. 3 balls to go.
I love that someone reminded them it's the last over. It's like, yes.
Netherlands have already lost a wicket over in Perth to Pakistan. 2.5 overs in, they are 1 for 7.
Yeah, know how that feels.
Oh, launching.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ouch.
almost. But almost back onto the stumps. Almost run out there.
That's going to be a bruise tomorrow. Or today. Either or. It's going to happen sooner or later.
What has this game got left to give us as we
2 runs.
tick down?
2 runs.
Well, you're trying. That one's found a gap.
There we go.
Will they
That's-
come back?
There's one of
No.
them.
There you go.
6 for 99.
The stranded on 99.
40 to win off one ball. It's like that 1992 World Cup game where they had to get like whatever off the
South
final
Africa
ball.
needed 23 off that single ball, yeah, because of
The rain. Yeah, the old
original rain run rate thing. Go.
Yeah.
And they
run,
made the...
run. Yeah, they get the 100. They bring up the 100. Final ball here at Chatswood. They finished 38 runs short, the Unis, finishing on 6 for 100 off their 20 overs. Gordon taking the win. And Georgia, Shane, your thoughts?
Shane, do you want to go first? I feel like I've been sharing a lot of thoughts throughout the day.
No, well, this is your side, so
That's why I was like,
Yeah, that's probably why we wanted to
that's why I was like,
compose
maybe
ourselves.
someone else.
okay. In the end, the Gordon side were just that little bit too strong. Obviously, a couple opportunities in the fielding innings by the Uni ladies didn't go their way. A couple of drop catches didn't help. So, but in reply, okay, fair enough. The Uni ladies didn't chase the total down, but they also just didn't roll over. We've seen some teams over the weekend where once they lose a couple of wickets, they just give up and they get absolutely smashed. They played right through to the last ball, and in the end, that net run rate difference of the 39 runs looks a lot better than being 70, 80 behind and being bowled out. So they might only drop your net run rate by maybe half a point, maybe 3/4 of a point. So from that way, it's probably a good thing for Uni, but also for Gordon. They'll be happy. They've had the 3 games here today. They've picked up all 3 wins, which is a good thing for them as well. So we can see that Coach Annabelle's got them out there in the middle, sitting down, just having a chat to the Gordon ladies, and Erica's got all the
Ben's
the
got
girls.
them out there.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see Ben, but Erica and Ben and the rest of the staff are out there having a discussion about what's happened and what they need to do to fix up for next week when your ladies make the trip out to Penrith for their game, and Gordon. Sorry, at the moment I can't tell you what it is because the Play HQ My Cricket is playing up. But yeah, they're just sitting around having their chat. Nice way to debrief it, doing it on the field instead of in the change rooms. So
Gordon at home again versus Parramatta next Sunday at 2 p.m.
ooh, it's an earlier day.
Yeah, all games are at 2 p.m. next week in first grade.
Yay!
It might, well, that'll mean there must be the Brewers or the Thirds not playing on the same day.
No, it means that Greater Hunter will probably be at home. So whoever's playing Greater Hunter will be heading up to Tuggerah. Or just whoever does have the Brewers Shield teams.
Those particular games will be
those grounds will start early.
All games for second grade will be at 10 a.m.
So, yeah.
Tell you, Brewer Shield.
So then you'll be at...
I'd say Brewer Shield are playing a 50-over game. They
yeah.
are playing a 50-over game.
40 over.
Well,
Or
whatever, a longer game than the T20.
Whatever it is. They'll be playing it.
Because the Gordon Brewer team will be at Beecham Oval just across Chatswood.
Good old Beauchamp Oval, yeah.
And if someone can figure out how to say the name properly, please let us know. Because I've heard at least 6 variations of it today.
Well, then what's fun about that if it's not right? But as I said, it is. Yeah, exactly. As I said, another one down there for unis. I think Georgia. There'll be a lot of discussions now. You can see them out in the circle there.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be.
I feel very left out, but then again, I wasn't playing. So
yeah, that does.
So rightly so.
Yeah. But I said Gordon though. You said they're second currently in the on the first grade table. They've sort of been down that bottom end as well the last couple of years as well. So it's good to see getting the right coaching in there for them. They're working their way up. So I said they're good performance by them today, but unis again probably just have to get back to that drawing board.
Mm-hmm. Summed up pretty well.
Summed up pretty well, but I don't think we're going to have any interviews or anything after the game today, unfortunately.
It's a bit chilly.
It's a bit chilly. I think we need to make our way out as well. Make sure you stay around. It's 7 o'clock. Sunday nights with Callum. He's spectacular, whatever he's got planned. Tune in, find out. We'll be back tomorrow here on Triple H with The Bench, your Monday night sporting fix, where we maybe or may not talk a little bit about something that happened last night. The Splinters podcast will be back Tuesday night. I think whatever was planned didn't get done, so it might even be highlights to this game. Good luck. You have to get it's
going to be a lot of chopping.
Short show. Thank you for those comments.
Not wrong.
Yes, it might be a half an hour version or a 5-minute version when some actual sense was talked today. But we'll be back next Sunday at Asquith Oval. We'll be calling the men's Kingsgrove T20 in conjunction with Hawkesbury FM, or we'll be calling it and it'll be on Hawkesbury FM. But it is our Northern District Rangers. We've got a home game taking on Hawkesbury. Big game that in the Thunder Conference of the Kingsgrove T20 Cup. But as we make our way out here and the sun sets to the west here and the shadows get big over Chatswood Oval, for Shane Evans, for Georgia Loomis-Fritter, and I am the wise man, Matt Mears. Thank you very much for listening to us today. We'll catch you down the road. Oh, what? Who's waving? What? Huh? Bye, Shane. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh. Thank God. Oh. My back started seizing up in that second innings. This is why Kiwi Mick needs to be here to take over.
Oh, diddums.
Oh, help.
Oh, mate.
Why is cricket
No,
so
we're good.
soaring?
We're done.
We're done. I think we
We're just talking rubbish.
we're just talking rubbish to our producer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do best.
No, the umpires are looking at us funny. Oh, yeah, well, at least we made it. We did it. We made it to the end of another Sunday of award-winning coverage. Today would not have been on the submission. Definitely not anywhere near a submission. But hey, we did it. And I said we actually have been. I think people have enjoyed. As Georgia moves away a little bit, it was a bit of a slow second innings. I think if people enjoyed. We sort of. I don't think we took the piss, but yeah. When games get like that, there's not much else you can do. You know what I mean? Like otherwise it's just like, why are we still watching? So we did what we could. I still think, mate, I've heard worse. I can tell you, I've heard a lot worse. And it's probably the people that will be calling the next New South Wales game. Oh, the attic. We are going there. Are we recording? We got to record promos first, don't we? Before we get dinner. If I go to get dinner, I ain't going back to the studio. So we probably
we
better
go to
there.
Super Nash Bros.
No, they're not. I don't think they're open Sunday nights.
What?
We'll
Rude.
look it up.
But I want to get my phone out.
Oh. This is what I have to deal with, Andrew.
Yeah, look what we have to deal with, Andrew.
Exactly. We're all bad as each other.
My back hurts. I had to get me home of a job.
I fielded 3 times the amount of overs, and I bowled 3 times the amount of overs you did.
And you're still complaining.
Yes.
I took
Always
2 wickets, so.
I took 1 wicket. I should have got more wickets, but I'm crap.
Oh, mate.
I'll mate you in a minute. Don't we love doing this, just to banter at each other?
Yep.
That's all it is. It's all just the banter at each other. That one. I don't know. What is it? I shouldn't unplug me as I'm talking to you, should I? I started unplugging stuff and unplugged my microphone. I'm like, I'm still talking to you. I probably shouldn't unplug that. There's too many things plugged in. I don't know what's going on. I saw it in the photo. There's too many things plugged in. Yeah, but mine has to fit in the boot of my sedan. You have a trailer. And my cricket kit somehow fits in it with them. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, I'll let you do that, and we'll let you know when we get to the studio, probably half an hour or so. Oh, Callum's going to be. He's doing. I thought he's live. All right. Well, we'll come and give him. We'll go and give him. We'll start saying spooky things through the door at him, and we'll rub it in that we're award winning and he's not. No, we won't do that. Definitely won't do that. No. Yeah, I know. I've talked to him on the meetings before, so I know that it'd be fine. So. But no, thank you much, Lee, as always. We'll talk to you again shortly. See ya.
Yes, I remember that. I guess
Thank you, John.
See ya. See ya. And change now. Should we go save it?
Nah.
I need her for next week. That's the point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is the bat of the free stuff in your house?
Yeah, sorry. It's half done, so I'm just trying to say yes. Well, we did our first frog walk, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Proved it works. You can say who was listening on it, Shane, to say that it worked.
The frog box? I
actually went through there, like that's why when you started talking, I went inside and put
Oh, unlucky! I don't want them anymore.
Can you unplug the yellow cable
Daniel's
from your
mum.
place? Looks like that one.
Daniel's mum texted me and said, enjoying the coverage makes watching Frog Box much better. Channel 7 and Foxtel commentators watch out.
Hey.
I was like, that wasn't even our best, so thank you.
Yeah, we had an off day.
That's why I said that it was coming through nice and clear.
Yeah, because we've got
about a 3 or 4 second delay compared to what when you can hear it like through the door, but
yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's still linked up to the. Doesn't matter when it comes through. It's still live.
It's still live on that.
We're not delayed compared to what people are seeing. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
We're not delayed via the. We're not delayed via the. Yeah, it's just obviously it's on a couple of second delay from when it happens here to when it turns up.
shows, yeah.
But no, hopefully that just shows like more people will want us to do it. Because why not? I don't care. I'd rather people. We're here doing it. Why not? They want us to do it at unis. They just need the long cord.
Big ass cable to get a stretch the length that we need.
Or they'll have us calling on the hill.
Or re-angle the, reposition the camera.
You don't want to be too intrusive. I don't want to anyway. Oh, well, at least we get them quicker and quicker, even when there's more beauty in the season. I talked to Quinnipiac in the week. He said that he is a chance of making an appearance at Asquith next week.
At worst, it just gets called on the station. Or they take it out first.
No, they'll still take, even if he doesn't come, they'll take
That's
our
what I
fee.
said, but at worst, it's...
At worst, they'll take our fee, yeah. But he just wants, because he said he likes hanging out with us, he still wants to come and call if he can. I said, it's not the old days. People actually like us and want to actually call with us. So it's not like the old and bad days. We still talk to him, so don't know why. I suppose he has to.
I've got both his numbers, but I only talk to him with him.
I don't need. My mental health is bad enough. I don't need to talk to him. Would set me off. He really set
At the moment, I think if we've actually even realised that we've won the award, that'd probably stick him off.
Oh mate, he'll know. He'll know.
Someone
would have clued him in.
Someone's giving it a
Or he would have seen it. Like you'd still feel you'd be following some of those things.
He openly admits he knows that the setup's changed and the setup's changed for the good.
Well, said, at the end of the day, he totally had a limited shelf life. Yes, he got us in, he got us started, but it got to the point he was holding us back.
Also stopping us from being able to get into places that we couldn't get to, where now we can, and now we're good mates with it. And besties with most of the people that we do
People
talk to.
appreciate what we do finally.
Yeah.
That's it. Still don't know how. Wouldn't off today's coverage.
The only other award that the station, or not really, was him. When he was given that Volunteer of the Year award by New South Wales.
Yeah, how did you get that?
I think the fact because he was riding, doing so much riding.
I think he was, yeah.
All the riding and travelling everywhere and doing the old version of live streaming and shit.
Yeah, the one good year when he was before he pissed him.
Yeah. Or before he snapped. Or before he snapped, I'd say be more likely.
Cool. Look at us, all packed up, ready to go. Really
Just got to go up there.
go to Hornsby.
Quickly knock these recordings over, and then either go to Hornsby RSL or to Magpies, have a feed, have something to drink, celebrate the award, and then go home. Sorry?
Coke's my celebration.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be drinking. I had my 3 ciders late last night and early this morning watching England and Greece.
On Friday night.
So once I put in the chat said I'm going to bed, I tried to, and about 15 minutes later I couldn't sleep.
I didn't sleep.
So
That's why I wasn't here early. So I finally got to sleep while I was waking up.
So I just told Megan, I just said, just go down to the pub, Like literally only took $50 with me. So no ID, nothing. Just walked in there and just wanted this and this and this and left all the other shit at home so that way I wasn't tempted to go and blow it all on the pokies or anything. So I knew once me $50 to spend. The 3 siders cost me 21 and the serving the chips cost me another 7, so less than $30. So the food and everything. Cool. So we can go quickly go do these bloody things and then have my own one. Balloon.
No, I'm not going to go to the club tonight. I've got to get to this dog.
You're gonna reject this then?
Yep. Because you took too long.
Oh.
Oh, let's keep on.
Let's spend another half hour here.
Do you need help?
Oh yeah, do you want to bring the table in? What?
I'm standing here looking stupid, so I'll